Jaret Goes to the Movies is a free podcast made possible by Rich's lack of a social life, as well as our amazing supporters. For as little as $1 a month, you can access tons of extra content each week. Visit JaretGoesToTheMovies.com and click Support Us. Enjoy the show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jaret Reddick. And this is a podcast. Jaret Goes to the Movies. Hopefully you have seen or heard one of my many musical endeavors. And if you have, then you know how much I love movies. This is movie commentary with no movie knowledge. This podcast is me and my friend Rich talking about movies that we like. But my name's on it because I'm famous. This is Jaret Goes to the Movies. Still. Okay, we're starting now.
From the island to the Sunset Strip, somebody's gonna make a happy trip tonight while the moon is bright. He's gonna have a crazy toy.
There's something about... Is this Louis Armstrong?
Yes. Is it? I don't know.
Yeah, there's something about... What's crazy is... Louis Armstrong is this, like, famous trumpet player, but he has, like, the most distinguishable voice of all time.
It makes me happy and want to eat pizza.
Dude, I'm right there with you. I'll tell you a story about this real quick. We were doing this host karaoke thing back in Dallas. God, it had to have been like 1999. Like, our band was doing really good and whatever, but they were like, we want you guys to host this karaoke thing at Club Clearview. And it was like super fucking like there was no lyrics on a TV or anything. It was just like you had to know the song. And Gary had just joined the band, like maybe like 3-4 months before. Because for those that don't know, Bowling for Soup had a drummer, my best friend since I was 4 years old, Lance, who left after about 3.5-4 years. And then Gary joined, and we've been together for 18 years now. So he's not the new guy anymore. Everybody's like going up and doing their shit. And he's just this quiet kid, and nobody knows, you know, that he would even go up there and do anything. But I'm like, dude, I mean, they really are expecting us all to go up there and do stuff. And I'm up there doing Bon Jovi, and fucking Eric is up there doing Elvis Costello, and Chris is doing Whitney Houston. And Gary goes up there and just... I see trees of green. And we're all like, what the fuck is happening right now? And he just nails it. And it was just one of those nights where it was like a bunch of band dudes. And, you know, it's kind of like his initiation to the thing. But the other story that I have about Louis Armstrong music is I went to a funeral once. And I had gotten designated pallbearer. And I didn't even know the family, but I was sitting in for a guy that couldn't be there.
Is that a thing?
This is a fucking true story.
Yeah, it's happened to me before.
And this lady gets, and like the thing, the sermon that the guy is saying is like super emotional, whatever. And then this lady gets up to sing, and everybody's ready for this. And she's like, I see trees of green, rosemary too. Let me skip to, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. And I am dying. Like, I am literally in my mind.
We had a choice of words.
Hey, come on. I am going I'm so trying so hard not to laugh, and I'm turning red, and I'm amongst strangers, because if you're a pallbearer, you have to sit with the other pallbearers, right. And like, I've never met these dudes in my life, and I'm like, this is literally the fucking funniest thing that I've ever heard in my life. And not only that, this song is like a 2-minute song that is going to take 7 minutes for her to sing.
Right.
You know, it's like
it's not snappy.
It's worse than a jazz singer singing the fucking Star Spangled Banner. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to take a bit.
Yeah, there's some embellishment happening.
My name is Jaret. This is a podcast called Jaret Goes to the Movies. And with me, as always, is Rich.
I love Kate Beckinsale.
My lovely wife, Casey, is here. She's knitting an Afghan.
Hello.
Yeah, there she is. And Will is here this evening.
I love Molly Shine.
Kitty Corner Will. We all do. There's a weird thing there, right? We're talking about the movie Serendipity. Let's just check in with everybody before we get going. First of all, I want to say I listened back to the birthday episode, which was Die Hard, I believe. No, I listened to that one, but I listened to the one before that, too. And I made a comment that I didn't believe in lactose intolerance.
That's correct.
And that gluten-free is bullshit.
Right.
Gluten-free is bullshit for most people.
Okay, so I want to try to make amends. From now on, this podcast will be downloadable with a gluten-free option. So
That's very good. What about lactose-free?
No, we can't do that.
He doesn't buy it.
I don't buy it. I don't get it. It's great to see you guys. Rich, how's it going? You've fucking been working out for like 3 weeks now.
That's a week and a half.
Week and a half?
Yeah.
It seems like 3 weeks.
I know, it does.
How you feeling? So you're eating
I'm sore.
what?
I just worked out right before the podcast.
Right? And
He killed me.
Yep. And does he stretch you out afterwards, or?
Personally?
Does
Yeah.
it bend you
No, I
over?
mean, I do it myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And how'd it go? Because you showed up like on fire. Like exercise, it energizes you, right? Like you came in, you were ready to fucking rock.
Sure. Endorphins are released. Let's
Right.
put it that way.
You came in and we had.
And he listens to the podcast now.
Oh, that is exciting. So should we give him a shout out or?
Sure, Chris.
Okay.
I don't even know his last
Hi,
name.
Chris, the
Chris,
workout
the
guy.
trainer.
Yeah, you just fucking hurt Kevin the trainer's feelings so bad right now. You never know.
Sure.
But you came in and we had the most uplifting conversation of all time, right? Like you just came in here and you were just like, "Here's a bunch of uplifting shit."
It wasn't that uplifting.
No, not uplifting. But it's good to be on the podcast, right? Like I
Yeah.
miss it when we don't do it.
Yeah. No, I was ready for it.
Casey, you're knitting an Afghan, I believe.
I actually don't think I'm fucking doing it right, so I don't actually know what I'm doing.
Right. So
It looks good.
I'm making something out of yarn.
She yesterday we were watching the movie and she was working on this thing and it basically looked like she had knitted Laura Ingalls Wilder her pigtails. Basically, that's what it looked like. Will, you've had your mother-in-law in town. How's that going?
She doesn't listen to this podcast. It was a fucking nightmare.
Okay, all right. Now, if she does, do you even give a fuck?
No, not really.
Okay, so what was nightmarish about it? It's just like because you like a simple, just you're in your routine house. You guys,
I enjoy the calm and the quiet.
you love calm and the quiet.
And their house is calm and quiet.
And that's how your family is, too. Like,
Yeah.
your daughter, your wife are like that.
Yeah, but mother-in-law and sister-in-laws are not.
No.
Were
So,
they just loud? What's going on?
Well, she brought a posse with her.
Posse?
Yeah, two of her friends from high school, and
oh, what?
You don't do that.
no, she only comes that way. She only ever
The
comes.
mother-in-law brings friends from high school?
Yeah.
To visit you?
Yes, always.
That doesn't make any sense.
It
Who
really
are these
doesn't.
ladies that can visit other people's families during the holidays?
Well, they all
anyway?
grew up together. They're from a little town.
They don't
in
have
West Texas.
families of their own?
They do.
Okay, let's...
Well, my mother-in-law can't come alone. She won't fly. She doesn't drive. She has to have someone bring her here. And
Okay.
she brings her friends.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
But anyway, it's a big fight. Everyone.
I'm sure
fought.
she's
It's
lovely, though.
bullshit.
Did everybody really fight?
Yeah.
Who fought?
My mother-in-law and me. My mother-in-law and my wife.
Oh, really? What did you... Okay, wait. What did you guys
You
fucking
don't have
fight
to
about?
invite her.
Yeah,
Nothing.
I want to know what a fight in your household
Nothing.
is like.
It's stupid.
I know, but, like, what would it be? Like, I can't even imagine you in an argument.
Oh, there was no
Unless my dogs are barking.
No, there wasn't an argument.
We're just yelling. Random things.
No, there was no yelling.
Oh,
It was...
Ooh, like creepy silent arguing, like somebody's
yeah,
really going to get murdered.
I almost asked her to not sit in a certain place because Simone likes sitting there because of her feet. and
Right?
stuff.
Okay.
I caught myself and didn't do it because
job.
I actually didn't want her to move because I don't want her to have a cup of coffee on my couch because she'll spill it. Right?
Okay.
So she thought that I was trying to criticize her by not telling her what I wanted to say. She sat in the corner the whole time and then decided that she wanted to just go back home. I didn't do anything.
Wait, did you do the thing where you go, hey, you know what? Never mind. Did you do that?
It was like this. Hey, Phyllis. Never mind. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well, see,
Yeah, it's my
people...
fault. I'm a fucking asshole.
You are.
All right.
But you buried the lead. What's
asshole.
wrong with Simone's feet?
She has neuropathy because she's been through chemo and radiation from cancer.
I don't know what neuropathy is, but
What the
that's
fuck
okay.
is
I don't
wrong with
need
you?
to know.
Why would you even ask that?
I don't know. He brought it up.
Like, what fight did your mother-in-law and your wife get into? Like, how does that even happen? And also, how is Anna dealing with all this?
Oh, she's understands completely what's happening, and she just goes upstairs.
Yeah, she's on your side, basically.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
My mother-in-law and my wife fought because my mother-in-law thought that I was an asshole.
Oh,
Well.
right. Yeah.
And I wasn't.
No, you just... Okay, that makes a lot of
Mother-in-laws
sense.
are supposed to think
But
you're
did
an
you...
asshole.
Hold on.
But do you look at her a certain way, though? I mean, do you give, like, the asshole... Do you look
Probably.
down her...
Yeah, you
down
do.
her
There's
nose?
no way you don't.
I'm going to tell you right now. I am an asshole.
Wait, during all of this, though, did you say, okay, I was just going to tell you to not sit there because of her feet?
Yes.
And what, it wasn't okay after
No,
that?
She's a child. She's like... She turned 12 56 years ago, and she never got any older.
age.
Yeah. Well, I fucking hate the, hey, never mind thing. Like, that shit fucking drives me crazy.
You do that shit.
I don't do that.
Yes, you do.
No, I do not.
Mm-hmm.
I don't fucking do that.
He does that.
Roadhouse.
Hey, Jaret.
Yeah.
Never mind.
All right. Well, it's good to see you guys here, and thank you guys for joining the podcast. Man, it's crazy as I start to listen to other podcasts that are, 200 episodes in, 300 episodes in, and here we are at like 56, I think. Over
This is 58.
58. Okay, so we're over a year in. We've only missed 1 week ever. And it's just a pleasure to be here and talking on the microphone and you guys be listening to this. I want to thank our new supporter, Rob Lane, who Rob Lane is sincerely one of my best friends. If Rob Lane moved to Texas from England, he and I would be best friends. And maybe we are anyway, but he just lives in another country.
Right.
Rob was a journalist who covered the band for quite some time on his zine that he had, and he has just been great to me in my career, but also became a great friend. We went and saw the Van Halen reunion together, and he was a member of People on Vacation, and that was a band I was in. You may remember it as the band that you hated. But anyway, a great dude. And Rob, thank you so very much for signing up to be a supporter. If you guys want to be a supporter, you can be. It's super easy. Just you can either rewind and go back and listen to what the fuck the Keith Vaughn said at the beginning of the podcast, or you can just go to JaretGoesToMovies.com and click on support us. I want to thank our executive producers, David Murray, Ashley C., Sheila Ray Wonder, Wendy Croft, who you will hear from later in this show when she's about to kick the dick out of 5 questions. David Dooley, who I had dinner with last week and who orders all of the delicious foods and does not understand when you're trying to fucking lose weight. Diane Small, Big Chris Whitehead, Lucy Murray, who Will get to meet.
I met Lucy Murray.
Yeah.
She's awesome.
Yeah, she is great. Chris
Did you go to
Holt.
the show?
Yeah.
How was the show? I
It
didn't
was-
even know
it
it
was
was
really good.
happening. I had to work.
Except for I told
On
you and
the
asked you if you
podcast.
wanted
Yeah,
to go
he
with
did
me,
tell
but
you.
you said
Yeah,
no.
what did I
What
tell
a
you?
dick.
He said,
Yeah.
I'm not into that fucking band.
Chris Holt, Rod on James, who we will also hear from later in the podcast. Eddie Weiss, who wished you happy birthday a couple of weeks ago.
Did.
ColonBlowBand.com, and Lisa Wenzel. Thank you guys so very much for being such amazing supporters. We're going to talk about this movie, Serendipity 2001, which there will be a few holes in the movie, but it will all be based upon the fact that you, as the listener, can't fucking imagine life without a goddamn fucking iPhone. All right, a couple reunites years after the night they first met. They fell in love and separated, convinced that one day they'd end up together. I don't know that that's the thing. John Cusack the whole time is going, let's not do this.
Right.
Tell me what your name is. Stop writing shit on random shit.
No, she absolutely started the whole thing. He didn't want to have any part of that.
The thing is that she is like just believing in all this fate and yada yada, but it's such a roll of the dice.
It was supposed. They actually shot the film, and it was supposed to be. Was it 15 or 30? Did you read that trivia, Will?
15 or 30 what?
They shot it to be very young, and in like 20 years pass.
Well, and also, like, you can't... It'd be hard. 15 years let you experience so much.
Yeah.
To be, like, that much in love with somebody at a skating rink.
Yeah, so they actually changed it in the editing to be 5 years.
They said It just said several years later.
Yeah.
It was 5 years.
A few years later. It was
Which
not
I think...
specific.
I actually think is good. I mean, first of all, let me just say this. I loved it. I love this movie. I love chick flicks.
You had never seen it, right?
I had never seen it. There's just a bunch of stuff in this that are What About Bob to me. And those of you who are listening for the first time, I consider things that are stupid in movies that give me anxiety. What about Bob? Like, why the fuck would you ride the goddamn fucking elevator up to separate? Everything drove me crazy.
Realistically, he could have just waited in the lobby. She had to come out at some point.
That's what I thought too.
All right, this movie stars John Cusack.
Sometimes I feel like John Cusack is probably the love of my life, and I'm gonna like be in love with him, and we're gonna get married.
That's the
and then there's movies like this one where he sounds like his fucking sister the whole time, and I want to punch his face off. Like something about whenever he turned himself from John into Joan Cusack, like I fucking hate her voice, and he sounded like her the whole time.
Really, I didn't.
The way he spoke, I just kept hearing her annoying. Horrible voice.
For tonight, I'll be playing the role of Rich Coleman. I fucking hated this movie.
Really?
I hated everything about it.
I thought somebody had to.
It doesn't surprise me because you hate every fucking movie. You are now the guy that hates everything, not fucking me. This movie is one of my favorite.
I hate the plot. I hate every decision they made. I hate the characters. I hated everything.
Well,
there's only two things I liked. Molly Shannon.
Yeah, she was great.
Jeremy Pivens. Jeremy Pivens was awesome.
He was great as well. So the supporting cast was great.
Was there more than one Jeremy Piven in the movie?
Here's the thing,
both Pivens.
So you hated it, but you hated it because why? The setup.
Well, the acting's kind of terrible.
I hated the setup, and I hated the two lead characters, and I hated everything that they were doing.
Gosh, I mean, I
didn't think it was romantic. I thought they were both assholes.
Okay,
Like you
think
wouldn't
I know
hang
where
out
you're going
with them
with
at the
this.
party.
I'm completely against all the cheating in the movie, and they were cheating.
They were totally cheating.
They were totally cheating, even though it wasn't physical. It absolutely was.
When you meet a girl at the store, and then you decide to go get a milkshake, and you drink out of the same milkshake, and you dip your straw back into the fucking shake over and over again, 2 straws out of the same
You're drawing
cup.
on her arm.
You're fucking on a date.
You're on a date. I absolutely, it was cheating. I am totally against that. That being said, if I suspend disbelief and go along with the fairy tale and all that, of them being soulmates and everything, then this is one of my favorite movies.
Here's the thing that I think about that. So I thought about that the whole time that all of that was going on, and I kept wondering to myself, like, where is this going to end? Like, is it going to be? I mean, it even happens when they run into the hotel, and he's like, "Are we getting a room?" And yet, I mean, obviously he's a dude, so he wants that to happen. I mean, they didn't kiss on the mouth.
Don't say that he's a dude, so he wants that to happen. There are dudes out there that have relationships and don't think about cheating on that person.
There are not dudes out there who are in relationships who go and have 4 fucking straw milkshakes with people.
Very true.
Go ice skating, run into the goddamn hotel or whatever that don't want to fuck.
Right.
Literally, what if you saw Casey on the skating ring with Lloyd Dobler?
You'd be like, get her off of there. She's going to break her fucking arm.
Yeah, that's right.
Somebody
you'd be
save
like,
her.
holy fuck, Casey's cheating on me.
Here's the thing. These are adults. I'm
also an adult.
They're having a fuck. I agreed. I'm not even on his thing right now. But yeah, I mean, it's uncomfortable. That whole first part is uncomfortable. But here's the thing. Why is it less uncomfortable to me for him? Like, he's just already like, I'm not in love, blah, blah, blah. Like, let's fucking go do this. And she thinks, she's the one not giving her name.
But she was the one that was leading him on so hard. She was leading him on.
They're both
hard.
There's nobody that's not at fault.
She was teasing him so bad.
You know what? I mean, I think maybe just some shit's cosmic, and maybe they shouldn't have acted upon it. But had they not, it wouldn't be a goddamn fucking movie, guys.
It would have been really short. Would have been a short movie.
It would have ended at the gloves. Would they just let the fucking old man have the gloves?
I've got a boyfriend. Well, that's unfortunate. Have a Merry Christmas.
You're supposed to take the Hollywood. They weren't meant to be with the people they were with.
Right.
It was just this strong chemistry
Sure.
that was drawing them. They couldn't help themselves.
Do you know what this is, Rich? This is real life, though. I mean, this kind of shit
Yeah, because in movies, like
happens.
Except in real life, I have actual morals that I go, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, she's hot. She's flirting with me. I'm drawn to her, but I'm not going to do it.
It happens to Rich all the time.
Well, not lately.
No, like a lot of movies, there's always a situation where you don't feel conflicted because the person's clearly having an emotional relationship with somebody else, but they always portray the other person as a bad guy. So the girl's allowed to have a relationship and cheat on her boyfriend as long as her boyfriend's a douchebag.
Right, exactly.
But in this movie, they everybody was seemingly innocent.
Yeah.
So I thought it was kind of interesting.
Her fiance was pretty douchey.
Right.
He was douchey,
I want to get into that.
But he was nice.
I actually want to get into that at some point as we get through let's talk about the cast for just a second. So we talk about John Cusack. Let's talk about Kate.
Is it Cusack or Cusack? Because you said Cusack. I think it's Cusack.
Is it
I go back and forth.
Asterisk.
I think it's Balsack.
Kate Beckinsale.
Fucking love Kate
What
Beckinsale.
the fuck else is she in?
Underworld.
I don't know what that is.
She's a vampire.
The vampire.
Vampires and
kills
lichens.
No shit.
Lichens.
She is like really, really fucking hot.
She's perfect.
She's a pretty girl.
How do you think she's perfect? She's got small boobs. You hate that.
If I woke up in the morning to that face and to that hair,
she would be dead, and
I
you would be
wouldn't
going to
care
prison.
what was going on underneath there.
All right, Jeremy Piven,
A murder
who
would be going on underneath
I
there.
think he's one of the greatest supporting actors of all time.
Really,
He was by far the highlight of the movie.
I really do think that he is just such a fucking great supporting actor. He's great in Entourage, and then he did the one movie where he's like a college student. Remember that where he's like he looks like he's 48 and he's in a fraternity or whatever. I think we all agree that Molly Shannon steals this movie.
Molly Shannon's amazing.
She was great.
I was literally watching it and saying, you know what? Kate Beckinsale is beautiful, but I think I'm more attracted to Molly Shannon.
I was totally not saying that. I want Kate Beckinsale.
No, I just think she has more personality.
She does have a weird attractiveness about her.
She's more interesting looking. I thought she was pretty.
I didn't ask you this, but did you have a weirder thing for like the girl that was already his girlfriend?
No. Actually, I didn't. And here's the thing. I thought I did only in one scene, and that's the one where they are in the house before she sets the dinner on fire. And at that point, I'm like, oh, well, fuck, man. That girl's, like, way hotter. But in every other scene, no. It's that fucking Kate Beckinsale is something else.
Yes, she is.
She was not dressed for ice skating.
But this, not at all.
Dude.
You're so right.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I got a lot to talk about.
So, I think Molly Shannon steals this movie because her character is so perfectly evolutionary throughout the movie. So she is like this hippie. She works at the store, doesn't believe any of the shit that she's selling and shit.
That. I thought that was such an awesome
she's pretending to be a hippie.
Yeah, candles are over here, whatever the fuck, or whatever. They get to New York. Then all of a sudden she's like the friend who actually cares. And then she's like, now I'm going to be your best friend. And then she turns into Molly Shannon for the rest of the movie. And in every scene she just kills. There's always the look back and the whatever, yada yada. You know what I'm talking about,
yeah,
right?
Definitely.
She's just great. Eugene Levy is equally as great in this movie.
Did it shock you that, like, when he appeared?
It didn't shock me because I saw him on the credits, but I wondered how he would have like that big of a billing because they put him in, that early. He's fucking great. John Corbett. Is that it? Corbett. Is it
He's
John
the
Corbett?
Sex in the City guy. That's the only way I know him.
I remember him from the Alaska show. What was the Alaska show where they...
what was that called? Northern Exposure.
Northern Exposure. He was the radio DJ. He's also like the voice of Applebee's and shit.
Oh, yeah.
There's a funny connection between this and Sex in the City. Corbett was in Sex in the City and he was dating, what's her name? The main character in Sex in the City.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Right. And then John Cusack's fiance was also in Sex in the City.
Yeah, Mr. Biggs.
And they both left each other
It was
in both of these shows.
Yeah. It was the exact same sort of plot.
Yeah.
they got left by their significant others so that those significant others could get together.
In this movie and in Sex and the City. It's craziness.
He is so fucking creepy in this movie.
Yeah, dude.
And it's actually uncomfortable. I mean, like, he's either the best actor in this movie or he's the fucking worst actor in this movie.
No,
like,
I think he's a good actor. He wasn't anything like this in Sex and the City.
It's just... I mean, it's uncomfortable. You hate him.
He was like a carpenter in Sex and the City. He was like a everyman.
The thing about this is that I think in the edit...
I didn't watch Sex and the City. I don't know.
He's touring around. He's doing all of this. There's no way that in the original script or edit or whatever that he wasn't just some fucking goddamn whore bag or whatever.
Right.
Because the way that they even wrote him in to before she broke up with him in the hallway of the hotel, he's obviously fucked up on some shit. But they just don't even explore it. He's like lisping his S's and shit. And he's like sleeping in the hallway.
Well, they said he was tired because he was hitting every hotel.
Yeah, he hit every hotel in the fucking city.
No, that's not even a thing.
Because he started reverse alphabetical medical order with Z and it started with an A.
All right. Anyway, so he's either the best or he's the fucking worst. Bridget Moynihan. Is that the fiance? The fiance. Yeah. I mean, she fucking looks great.
I was not attracted to her at all.
Me neither.
Okay, me either.
Not a thing.
I was just trying to fucking play along here.
She's like the model ballerina type. I have no interest in.
All right. Well, either way, I think she was great in the movie.
Yeah, she did really well.
And I don't really know about all the bad acting. Who said that? Will?
No, I didn't say anything about that.
I said that.
You said it's bad acting?
Gosh, the first meeting that they had, the very first meeting was terrible acting.
You want this?
No,
go ahead.
please.
That's the last one. Miss, do you have another pair of these black cashmere gloves?
Whatever's out is what we have. You don't have a stock room? No.
Or basement?
No. We don't have an attic either.
Listen, you take them. I don't need them.
No. You saw them first.
Please. I insist. Take them. Hey, wait a minute. Whoa. Hey, excuse me, sir. Yeah. These are ours.
Oh, your gloves?
Yes.
How come? I mean, they're just sort of hanging there, sleeping with their little price tag on.
We were just discussing them, all right? This is,
Well, I have news for you. You can go on discussing them long after I paid for them.
Calm down, all right? Just calm down.
It's 5 days before Christmas. I'm in the middle of a New York department store. He's asking me to calm down.
Listen.
So this is what Casey's talking about. This guy's name is Buck Henry, and he's doing serious 1950s stage acting comedy. If you focus on him while they're talking...
Oh, I wasn't talking about him.
No, keep going. So if you focus on him, what?
If you focus on him, you can see him doing like he's on stage doing the crazy
who's
little
on
visuals.
First? What?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it looks like.
Oh, Hardy, I oughta.
I'm sure you have a clip for the terrible acting. I'll let you know.
I'm
talking about their whole meeting, that whole first part.
Oh, the whole first part.
I hated it. The fucking talk about the constellations where he fucking sounds like his sister, and then the whole conversation at the fucking milkshake place in the middle of the fucking winter, and... The
only thing I could say is it feels a little rushed.
No, it's just terrible acting.
Let's get back to the gloves. Right. This would never happen.
Yeah, also, he's A, cheating on his girlfriend, and B, all he's going to give her for Christmas is a pair of fucking gloves.
No, it just
you know what bothered me about this whole
it's
scene?
It's one of the presents he's going to give her.
Why is the store lady bringing this pair of gloves
I thought the same thing.
In the basket like it's the baby Jesus?
I thought the same thing.
So weird.
Until the third time I watched it. As the credits are rolling, they show this lady sorting sweaters in the window, and then she finds the gloves between one of the sweaters.
Well, yeah, I remember that.
Oh, okay.
Why is she holding it in a basket?
I think the basket had the sweater.
And she's holding it like so prim and proper, like, I'm going to return the gloves to the counter. Come, gloves, you shall not touch hands.
Because store policy states that you can't just hold merchandise openly in your hands because it looks like you're stealing it. If you put it in something...
I didn't read the manual.
Yeah, you got to read that.
Is that right?
So, here's the thing. Like, again, none of this would ever happen. I mean, the guy fucking walks up on the gloves. I'm going to take these gloves. And you would just be like, guy, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
That said, very good observation by you. Because it is. It's like, that's what he's doing. He's like this fucking crazy, like, old school actor or whatever. It is a little bit weird.
Yeah.
That seemed to me and I like this movie, by the way.
Yeah.
It felt like, can't we come up with something besides gloves to get these two to, to love one another or whatever?
I think it was a big improv. The whole thing was improv.
Because here's the thing. If I walk up, girl grabs the gloves or whatever, I'm not saying shit. I literally will turn around and walk away. And I'm a personable motherfucker.
And that's why I don't have to worry about Jaret cheating on me in New York City this Christmas.
I literally, I wouldn't say shit. I'd be like, God damn it, she got the gloves.
I would try to talk to Kate Beckinsale. I'm sorry. I
There's
would do
no way I would do that.
To talk to Kate Beckinsale.
Right, I get it.
Anything.
Yeah.
And especially when something comes out of her mouth and she has an English accent, my deal with that. It's Kate Beckinsale looking like she looks, and she has an accent?
Right.
That does make it difficult.
Exactly.
Now we've got a fucking problem.
Now Will and I are both cheating.
God damn it.
Sorry, Simone.
Roadhouse.
Serendipity. It's one of my favourite words.
It is? Why?
It's just such a nice sound for what it means, a fortunate accident. Except I don't really believe in accidents. I think fate's behind everything.
No, you do.
Yeah,
Fate's behind everything.
I think so.
Everything's predestined. We don't have any choice at all.
No, I think we make our own decisions. I just think that fate sends us little signs, and it's how we read the signs that determines whether we're happy or not.
Little signals.
Yeah.
Fortunate accidents, lucky discoveries, like Columbus in America.
Yeah, or Fleming discovering penicillin.
Yeah. Fleming was his name?
Yes.
Or Jonathan in the Gloves.
I don't know that one.
You don't know that story? It's an old folktale, classic. Our hero Jonathan goes out in search of black gloves, and in a perfect act of serendipity or serendipaciousness, he runs into a beautiful, attractive English girl with a boyfriend.
Okay, sometimes when comedic actors try and be super romantic or whatever,
It's creepy.
it's creepy. Like his...
I saw nothing wrong with this.
I think he's a great actor. I think his voice doesn't work for this at all. Like hearing
I've
it
expressed
back.
my love for him multiple times. This
Yeah.
makes him creepy.
Yeah, I agree.
He had a creepy petty mullet, too.
Yeah, it was like a bob.
It looked horrible.
Yeah, the
So
mullet was bad. This is a real restaurant. Is it? Do you know if it's really called Serendipity or not?
I have never been to it.
Okay.
yeah, me either. And
It is a real restaurant.
I thought about it. I
There's
know
the
okay.
table that they sat at is called that. It's called the Star Table. It's a real thing, and people reserve to sit there because of this movie.
And have
Okay.
creepy conversations about gloves.
Oh, right.
Right, they fucking
Double
apparently
dip
they-
into the milkshake with their straw.
they
And
love
no, that's
gloves.
a real drink. It's a frozen,
But it's a
hot
coffee,
chocolate.
right?
It's a frozen hot chocolate. It's a real drink they serve there.
So it's chocolate ice cream.
Okay.
So basically,
Jesus Christ. It's so complicated.
So Simone and I have seen this before, probably in 2001 when it came out.
yeah.
And I'm like, we've seen this together. And she's like, I've never seen it. I'm like, if I've seen it, you've seen it. I didn't go see Serendipity by myself.
Right.
She sees that scene where he kicks the snow. Oh, yeah, I've seen that movie. I remember that part. But I don't remember anything else.
That's the first time that I full on laughed out loud on this one. There's a couple of times that it happens, but I thought that was genius because it when you kick some shit, it's an afterthought, right? You're just who gives a fuck, and then you have to deal with the aftermath.
I like that it happened off camera. I don't think he actually hit them. It was
Right,
just,
exactly.
It was him. I read this somewhere. It was him just ad-libbing.
Was he or no?
No,
Because
that
it was.
ad-libbing.
Oh, okay, that's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great scene.
Hey,
Hey,
let's go do something.
all right. What do you want to do?
I don't care.
All right, go on then.
So I'm with you here. At this point, it's cheating.
Hey,
Yeah.
let's go do something.
This is where it gets to me. To me, everything else.
And
I
this,
mean, you-
and this is where the cell phone thing comes in because this is the moment his girlfriend will go, "Hey, what are you doing? When are you getting home with that fucking glove that I asked you for?"
Why are you
Right.
going round and round in circles on the skating ring?
Saw on Facebook that you checked in at a fucking milkshake shop. That's weird. What are you doing?
But at this point, it's like, let's go do something. And they're both in it, and it's a whole thing. I mean, I don't know. It's a cool story.
Okay.
They feel there's some sort of an attraction. Obviously, neither of them are happy in their lives. I mean, it's tough.
All right.
This is tough.
let's slow down just for a second. Agreed. Cheating in the real life, this cheating, blah, blah, blah. And I don't endorse it or condone it. Now, suspending disbelief. Let me help you suspend disbelief for the sake of the movie. The movie is that they had this unexplainable spark.
I literally just said this.
Okay, and I'm just hang on. We walk you through it. So she was like, "Okay, I'll give you my number," and then the wind blew. It's a sign we shouldn't be doing this. And then she left. Right.
Right.
Then she forgets the gloves. He forgets his scarf. They come back.
Well, hold on. She says, if I don't give you any information before she even writes down the number, she's getting in the cab.
Right.
She says, if I don't give you anything and we run into each other, then it's fate.
Right.
Yeah.
Then the number gets thrown down or whatever. Then obviously,
fate's really fucking with them.
Yeah, it really is, like right in the asshole.
But the point of it is that they have the spark. They're trying to do the right thing, but then fate keeps bringing them back together.
Sure.
And when you suspend disbelief when you're watching the movie, that's how you're supposed to watch it.
Right.
And if you watch it like that, then I buy into it all.
Yeah, I'm not saying that I don't.
Crazy about the cheating.
But, I'm not saying that I don't. I mean, I get it.
No, I'm just blanketing
out. Everybody's been, obviously also, everybody in this room has been in a relationship with somebody that you're in a relationship with, and you're committed to that relationship, but there is no fire. There is no electricity. Mm-hmm. Everybody in here has been.
Sure.
And when you get that little dose, okay, you're not supposed to act on it, yada, yada. And then fate just keeps punching you in the fucking face, then you fucking ice skate.
Are you saying we've all had to do that?
No, nobody has to ice skate. You and I are never ice skating, or will, or Rich.
And they also were not married.
I ice skate.
They weren't married. They were in committed
Not anymore, you don't.
You're right.
You're on a podcast now.
I'll break something.
Yeah. Wait, what?
So they're
not married.
They're not married.
No, but I mean, there's boyfriends or whatever. So, I mean...
We weren't legally married till August, and if you fucking ice skated in January, you're fucked. I mean that from the bottom of my
you're
heart.
fucking lucky because I have a bum knee.
Oh, and this is when they go ice skating. So she's wearing this skirt.
My wife and I had a debate about this. Was this hot pants or skirt? We couldn't tell.
It was
so
a skirt.
Tight. Right?
It was super. She had stockings on.
Well,
so
I mean,
if it
like
hiked up, and you wouldn't see anything. But
you see the white
that
thing?
Was
though.
sexy. Jesus Christ!
That used to be my thing as a kid. Like I would love to see
a skirt.
No, I'd like to see the white thing, like on the
white thing. I don't understand.
Like
the crotch pad.
Girls that had
the white.
Anytime
thing.
I could see the white thing,
you can see the white thing.
I don't think you could on this.
That's a creepy, mom issue, by the way.
But I fucking loved seeing the white thing back in the day.
I guess you look good in this skirt if you like 12-year-old boys' bodies.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
That's my thing. Are you stealing my thing?
Stop it!
No.
Oh, that's my thing. I say that all the time.
You're into 12-year-old boys?
No, I'm. Oh my god. I guess that came out wrong, didn't it?
That's my thing.
That's it.
That is my thing.
I say that about too skinny of girls. Yeah. It's like you're with a 12-year-old boy. What's the fun in that? But look at her face. Holy shit, her face.
She has the face of an angel.
Oh my god. Kill for that shit. I'm sorry. I'm going to go on.
Is that right?
Oh, are you looking at my freckles? It's the curse of the English, I'm afraid. Fair skin and bad teeth.
Yeah, you have great teeth. Those aren't just freckles. If you look closely, you can see Cassiopeia.
What?
Right there. Hold on a minute.
This
bad acting
is the creepy scene.
Also, if a guy lifts up my sleeve for any reason, I'm not going to go. I mean, I've got 3 fucking freckles in my arm. I wouldn't say, "Oh, are you looking at my freckles?"
Well, it's the curse of the English, I'm afraid.
She had 3 fucking freckles in her arm. Why would she assume?
He literally drew a W in her arm.
Here's the thing.
But all constellations are just stupid shit like that. That is supposed to be some elaborate.
Those aren't just freckles. That's a symbol of a giant orange W at 3 a.m. where you fucking get cheeseburgers and then feel shame in the morning.
That's the symbol for Whataburger.
As he's going through this whole thing, and he goes, "Hold on just a second." All of a sudden, Sharpie appears.
I thought the same thing.
Yeah, he walked off camera and came back with a pen. Like,
exactly. Where the fuck?
It was the sign-up sheet for the ice skating.
But
that's not true.
Oh.
And then when he kisses her arm, It is the most uncomfortable
Jared just
fucking
goes,
thing.
It was damp.
That was creepy.
That was fucking creepy.
They have a spark.
No, I don't give a fuck. If you have a spark,
There are real people like that. There are guys that are arm kissers. And
nobody,
shit. It's not
you
cool.
do not kiss an elbow until you've eaten that vagina. That is a thing. It's a proven fucking fact.
Kiss on the cheek, kiss on the mouth, kiss on the vagina, kiss on the arm.
On the fucking, you can kiss somebody. Nobody's elbow should ever be kissed until you've eaten that fucking pussy.
Elbow is after third base and before home run.
Yeah, that's right. Apparently, I've just gone too far for my wife.
An elephant's testicle.
Did I lose you, baby?
Yes.
Roadhouse.
What the hell was that?
But that $5 bill makes its way back into my hands. I'll be able to call you. And when you hear my voice on the other end, then you'll believe in fate, won't you?
Hey, what about me?
What do you mean?
Well, we have to send something out in the universe with your name on it, don't we? Come on, isn't that the only fair thing?
That is the only fair thing. What have I got, even? Oh! No, I have a really good idea.
What?
Okay.
It's a lot of tubing.
Okay, see this book?
Yeah.
Okay, so when I get home tonight, I'm going to write my name and my number inside this book.
Yeah.
And then first thing tomorrow morning, I'll sell it to a used bookstore.
Which one? You're not going to tell me. You're not going to tell me. Why not?
Well, now every time you go past an old bookstore, you're going to have to go inside and see if it's there.
If we're going to all this trouble,
Yeah.
aren't we just saying that it's fucking fate? You know, like,
She wants it to actually be fake.
we're going to all this trouble.
Like, if I'm going to cheat on my boyfriend,
Yeah.
I want the universe to be the one that tells me to do it.
So she's not going to take responsibility for her own actions,
Correct.
I understand.
I get it. Okay, so, I don't know. So, here's the movie setup. The movie is set up now. I love the elevator scene. I've seen this before, and I don't know why.
The elevator scene you've seen before?
Yeah. So, I don't know if it's because it's like in, you know, some fucking montage, a motherfucking montage of like great scenes or whatever. But I knew that like the devil kid that got in, like
Right.
pressed all the buttons. And then
Symbolic.
I remember seeing like all the people running out and, you know, being excited or whatever. There's a thing about this movie that drives me fucking crazy. And maybe it's just because I am who I am. But I don't ever, I've not one time in my life ever sat and thought. I've never sat and thought. I don't sit and think. I
Explains a
don't
lot.
fucking do that.
I do that.
So
I used
her
to.
sitting in front of the elevator, just like watching it or whatever, is the most retarded fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. Because here's the thing: it's like there's a Diet Pepsi machine right over there. Just go get a snack and a soda. You know, you could do that. And if you're just gonna stand there, or whatever. But I mean, like sitting there, like, and this will come back to haunt me later in this movie, where we sit in the middle of a goddamn fucking roller rink and just sit and think. I have never in my life sat and thought.
Have you ever driven in a car?
Yeah.
Were you sitting down while driving?
Yes, but I'm multitasking at that point.
All right.
Why is the child in the elevator in the devil costume at Christmas?
Because there are kids that wear that shit all year
Also,
round.
because his dad
He was accompanying that fucking Texas preacher in the mall going, Santa Claus isn't real!
Yeah, and also his dad is a terrible father. That's a fucking good bit, by the way, Casey. That was really good. His dad is a terrible... He's just a child or whatever. Yeah, but he just fucked up my whole night.
I love it when he
And
hisses
now he's a
at him.
child with a
That's the
broken nose.
best when
Yeah.
he hisses at him. I laughed hard.
Yeah, and the weird little mustache, it like, wasn't even well drawn on.
I agree.
Give the kid a Satan mustache, let's make it good.
So they both pressed 23.
Yeah.
So we know like,
That they're meant to be.
All the chicks that watch this movie and me know
That-
they're meant to be together.
Or they love
Fake-
Michael Jordan.
Together, or they like, yeah, that's true. Now you just blew my theory.
And I just have to say, I like romantic comedies. I'm not hating on this because I don't like romantic comedies.
No, you hate on everything.
No.
Let's just
No.
get past that.
Stop it. You're trying to fucking You're trying to pass the baton. It's not working.
Like 51st Dates.
You're literally like the fucking sidekick. That's your shit. Damn it.
Literally like 51st Dates. I love it. I've seen it 100 times. I'll watch it 100 more times. I cry every time. I love it.
Jared didn't cry until after Adam Sandler's real father died, but
He's
whatever.
dead inside.
Jaret's opening a bill.
This movie's just ridiculous.
So they press the same number. So we know as the audience that they are meant to be together.
Right, but we knew that this was going to happen.
But
we knew that there's
fucking
no
devil metaphor fucked it up.
Right.
And pressed all the buttons, and so they miss each other. So we know they're supposed to be together, not because of fate, but because of the devil. They were not joined together.
At the same time, though, he converts the devil onto his side.
Yeah.
And a group of people from Eastern Asia.
Russians?
You know what?
Oh, Eastern. Well, Russia's pretty Eastern.
We've talked about this before. You can't call them all Asians.
This is the devil. This is the devil from The Devil Came Down to Georgia, and his name is Johnny. Johnny.
No, Johnny is the guy that beats the devil.
He beat the devil.
What?
He beat the devil.
Wendy! Hey! Wendy, what went wrong? Oh, so wrong. Well, so it's going to be a happy Christmas at the Croft home.
Yes.
And everybody's stoked. And you guys, the tree looks great. Your hair looks awesome. Johnny and John are happy. What else could fucking be better right now?
5 questions.
5 fucking questions. That's right.
Random question time.
All right, this is a thing that we do every week, as you know, Wendy. We like to ask you 5 questions, followed up by a 6th question that is a bonus question. The highest anyone has ever gotten right on these 6 questions is 7.5. So it is it's a very challenging contest that we do here on Jaret Goes to the Movies. But you've done it before, and so I think we should just dive right in. Question number 1. The movie Serendipity features John Cusack. True or false?
Let me think about it for just a second. True.
That is absolutely correct. All right, now, what you may have noticed by the first question, a lot of the questions will actually deal with the movie Serendipity. A lot of times I would throw it off back in the day, but not today. Towards the end of the movie, we visit a ice skating rink, and apparently it's not cold enough, so ice skates have been replaced by what?
Rollerblades.
Rollerblades is correct. You're fucking killing it right now. Absolutely. Molly Shannon is in this movie. Molly Shannon is an actress from Saturday Night Live.
Yes.
Who starts out this movie as kind of a hippie.
Yes.
And then kind of becomes one of her characters from Saturday Night Live. Maybe a cross between the two of them. Molly Shannon in this movie is either A, great, B, unfucking believable, C, really kick ass, or D, all of the above.
I'm going with D.
That is correct. She's great in this movie. It's actually one of my favorite character roles that she's ever had in the history of film. This is question number 4. Jeremy Piven is best known for what HBO series?
Entourage.
Entourage is absolutely correct. You were fucking killing it. You were actually faster than David Dooley. It's unbelievable. All right, we're on question number 5, Wendy. You're absolutely killing it. This is fucking fantastic. The leading actress in this movie has an accent that is from A, France, B, England, C, Depeche Mode, or D, Australia.
England.
It is England. That is absolutely correct. You got all 5 correct. All right, now we go to Rich Hubert Coleman for the bonus question.
Wendy, you knew this was coming. Would you switch teams for Kate Beckinsale?
Yes.
Yes, you would. That is the right answer. That is the right answer. As a follow-up bonus question, would you switch teams for the chick John Cusack was engaged to?
I don't even know who that is.
That is incorrect. I'm sorry. But you did get 6 correct. Fantastic job.
No, I think I said I would become a lesbian for Kate Beckinsale.
I liked this movie.
Her name is Bridget Moynihan.
I did like this movie.
Wendy, I hope you have a fantastic holiday. Thank you so very much for being you. We love you more than you'll ever know.
I love you too. Thank you guys for being you guys.
And
It's always so much fun.
I'm certain that we'll talk to you over the holidays, but by my wife's my wife's G-string is hanging out and it's super sexy and it's super hard to deal with. Wendy, we love you.
All right, love you too. You
Bye,
guys
Wendy.
have fun tonight.
Okay, we'll do. Be safe.
All right, you too. See ya.
Bye.
Then I raise my glass to the new Mrs. Jonathan Traeger. I tell you what. I tell you something, my friends. If I had to lose Johnny to anyone, I can't imagine a more perfect woman than Hallie.
Have you ever given a best man toast?
Yeah, her dad's wedding.
How'd you do?
I cried. I couldn't get through it. I broke.
Yeah.
Just fucking broke.
Will you ever give a best man post?
No, but I would only pray that I'd be half as witty as him.
Yep.
I gave a toast. You didn't ask me, so I thought I'd just fucking tell you.
Haven't fucking gotten to you yet, Casey.
Oh, no, yeah, I saw your face. You're ready to talk about yours.
You have never given a best man toast, okay?
I did, too.
Best man toast.
No, I gave a maid of honor toast.
Exactly. Shut the fuck up, Casey.
Oh, man.
He's definitely the dick
Jesus
of the show
Christ.
now.
He's
What
fucking,
happened?
He's taking it over.
Did y'all have a fucking meeting before this?
He used to be the quiet neighbor.
Here's what you're going to do. You're going to say your boobs are too small and say you hate the fucking movie.
I didn't even notice her boobs.
So you gave a toast before. Did you fucking kill it?
Oh, I don't know. Not really.
I have given a couple of best man toasts before.
Yeah, but you didn't sing during one.
I did.
Oh.
Most recently, I did the toast for Linus of Hollywood's wedding, and I did the rehearsal dinner toast and the also the wedding toast. And I fucking killed, guys. I had people a fucking standing ovation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was fucking awesome.
Was it your first standing ovation?
No.
After you were done, did everyone leave because it was basically over after that?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Did you do an encore?
Yes.
Was it 1985?
No.
I first saw Jeremy Piven in the show called Cupid. That was my first experience with him. He was basically either the real Cupid or he was a mentally insane person. That was the premise of the show. And the therapist was sort of his love interest.
That's interesting.
I don't remember that at all.
So she was his therapist, and she's going, "You're crazy. This isn't happening." He was like, "No, I'm fucking Cupid. Watch." And he would go do stuff, and people would get together. But it was craziness stuff that he was doing, but they would still get together after he did his crazy stuff. And then, so she was teetering on the, well, fuck, is he crazy or is he really doing this? It was actually a really cute show. It was a long time ago, but it only lasted one season.
I feel witty or not, during this best man speech, I'm not surprised at all that his wife fucking hates him. At the end. You know what I mean? You can just see it in her face. She's just yeah, I know you all fucking think he's funny.
I just remember him.
Are you projecting?
Oh, no.
I wasn't at the last one. I didn't hear his speech.
He did sort of an Animal House type movie called PCU.
Yeah, that's what it was. PCU.
And he...
it was Van Wilder.
He was, this older dude who's trying to get his fraternity to graduate or whatever. And I remember that and just thinking, man, that dude is fucking funny, And he really was just really great. And he was in a bunch of shit after that.
God rest his soul.
But no, he found his way in Entourage. And, it fucking killed it. I mean, he's fucking Ari.
I got it.
Ow!
Okay, you're not going to read into this, right, Sarah? I mean, it's just an accident, nothing more.
No, God, we'll get it refitted. It's beautiful. I love it.
You get changed. I'm going to call Ryan. Tell him you said yes.
Why? Was he worried?
Not about you. About the tour. He's hoping to fit the honeymoon into the schedule. How's Bora Bora sound?
Very sexy.
God damn, I love her. Sorry.
Since when did the fucking putting on a ring hurt that bad?
It wasn't sized right. It was too small.
Right. That doesn't matter.
He was trying to force it on.
You don't do that.
Well, he was doing that.
Yeah,
you know why? He was forcing it on because he knew that she would think that it was a sign that they shouldn't get married.
Does it really hurt when somebody tries to force a ring on your finger, though?
I don't know. Come here.
Tears your skin off.
Nope.
I don't know. Come here.
Come here. Let's try it.
No, baby, we can't. We'll never get that off.
This guy can't take the time to go into a jewelry, find a ring, and get one that's a similar size. Douchebag.
My mom told Jaret, you better get that thing a size fucking 44 because if it's too small, she will cry.
Did you pick it out without her knowledge?
I did.
The first one, yeah.
I got two rings.
Terrible idea.
I did.
No, I got 2 rings.
Twice. 2 different
My
girls.
first ring was a...
I get her a placeholder ring.
And then I got to pick out my own.
She had to pick out her...
So
What the fuck kind of bullshit is that?
So I got 2 rings.
What do you mean?
He proposed to me with a ring.
A
big
diamond ring?
Yeah.
It was a diamond ring, yeah.
And then you got a new diamond ring?
Now she has a big honker, yeah.
I don't understand the logic
He
behind
proposed
this
to me
thinking.
with one, but I got my big pretty one
Why
later.
didn't he just take you and have you pick it out?
Because I wanted to be a surprise.
Something to he wanted to do it the right way.
Simone tried to pull that on me once about upgrading the ring. I'm like, why would you want to get rid of the ring that I proposed to you with and I put on your finger when I married you?
Exactly.
It's that ring.
By the way, both exes fucking replaced the ring. Less than a year later, were divorced. In both times.
I didn't replace my ring. That was the whole plan.
No, we just fucking followed the fucking plan, Rich.
There was a plan. Uncomfortable fun fact about myself. I watched this movie and you know how he proposed to her and then she opened all the boxes and then the last one was empty and then he was there and he had the ring?
Right.
I got proposed to that way one time and then realized while watching this movie the other day that he fucking ripped it off.
That sucks. So how many times have you been proposed to?
2. And now I'm like, what a fucking dick.
I'm telling you, I keep running into it. I keep finding it. It keeps happening. She was at the golf range. She's a big girl now with big hips, all right? Then I got to leave because Sarah's going to cut my hair. And the guy in the taxi, he's serenading me. Sarah, I'm telling you, the universe keeps revealing her to me. It's screwing with my head.
You're getting married in 3 days.
That's my point.
It's entirely duplicitous. Think about it. Why would you risk your relationship with Hallie just to search for some pipe dream?
Just hear me out, man. I'm sure I love Hallie, all right? And maybe every time you fall in love with somebody, it's a completely different experience, so it's a mistake to compare them. I get it, but it's like Hallie is The Godfather Part 2. She's what? Godfather Part 2. That was an incredible movie. Might be better than the original, all right? But no matter how much you love The Godfather Part 2, you still have to see the original to understand and appreciate the sequel, don't you?
All right, best John Cusack movie ever. Go.
Con Air.
Is that really a thing? What is that movie?
Shitty
It's Nick Cage.
Flatiron.
And why
brand.
is John Cusack in it?
He's the FBI agent. Or the
All right,
marshal.
what do you think?
I don't know. Say anything or High Fidelity.
Okay, go ahead. Will.
Better Off Dead.
That's a good one. I'm going with One Crazy Summer.
Oh, I like that too.
Yeah.
It
that's
is one of my favorites
Aren't they the same
of
movie?
all. No, not at all.
No.
Of all time. And a young, as we learned.
Why aren't they the same movie?
Well, One Crazy Summer and Better Off Dead are similar because they have the animation.
Right. It's the same cartoons and everything in there.
It's not the fucking same. One has Demi Moore in it. And she's playing a show at the Dewdrop Inn.
Who uses the word duplicitous?
Yeah, exactly.
Douchebags.
Apparently.
Well, he is at a newspaper.
Smart people with...
You
He's
know?
writing for the obituaries.
No, but he's clearly a writer. I mean, no matter what you're writing for, you get on there, you're a writer.
Right.
I kind of thought the
People
same
with
thing
good
when I heard
words.
his vocabulary.
What? I guess for me, you're trying to convince your best friend that you need to go and find this chick or whatever. And your best friend is being like, dude, this is a bad idea, yada, yada, yada. In reality, pretty much everybody's best friend is just going to be like, fuck it, yeah, let's do this shit, whatever. Right?
He does
No.
turn around.
Not if you're about to get married in a couple
No,
of days, not
he's
necessarily.
a good friend. He's like trying to tell him it's a bad idea, but when he can see that he's not going to change his mind, he's like, I'm going to help you then.
But then it becomes his mission.
Yeah, he gets excited about it. It's fun.
Yeah, because he is the one that's unhappy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
All right, so they search all the bookstores. They don't find shit. He gives up. He's like, I'm done.
Yeah,
He
can you
goes back.
imagine searching anything in New York City if they're like, go to all of this in New York City. Like
she doesn't even live in New York City.
Well,
did she say
she told him that she was going to sell the book the next day in New York City.
Oh, okay.
Before she started basically having sex with the fucking
Jaret.
Yanni? Is it Yanni?
Yanni, yeah.
Yeah, and he's just huge everywhere, but none of us even know who the fuck he is, right?
So he finds the glove
in
the bag. So he puts the glove on, the receipt's in there with her account number on it.
Right. Which...
He never looked in the glove.
Never looked in the glove.
He never even took it out of the bag.
Also, P.S., never gave her the glove. I mean, like, it's just a Bloomingdale's fucking bag.
Well, there's only one glove. What's he supposed to do with it? Give her... Here's one glove.
Do a Michael impression?
Well, I was going to say, how the fuck did Michael Jackson do with one glove? Pretty goddamn good.
He's dead now.
Well, he did good for a while.
Oh, by the way, the sister. This is where we meet the sister, too, right, at the club?
Yeah.
The sister's name is Lucy Gordon.
Okay.
She was the face of CoverGirl. So she's from England. She moved to New York. She somehow became the face of CoverGirl. She did this movie and stuff and a couple of other things. Then she moved to Paris from New York, and she fucking hung herself.
Are you being serious?
Dead serious. So Lucy Gordon left 2 suicide notes before hanging herself in the mansion flat in Paris. She shared it with her boyfriend, who was asleep at the time of her death. He found her body when he woke up in the morning. It was 2009. Deeply despondent over the suicide of a friend from Britain recently. She was 2 days shy of her 29th birthday. According to her neighbors, she was arguing with her boyfriend the night before her death.
It's really dark.
Where's the Tylenol?
Dude, that is...
She was hot.
That is
she was super hot,
fucking crazy.
I know, man.
Man, you made me lose my track of thought.
Sorry.
So this scene is fucked because there is never a time in a musician's life where you've just finished a show where people are obviously sitting down at booths and having a great time.
Eating dinner.
Where you need to go over the designs for Australia.
Yeah.
That's never fucking happened in the history of time.
There's no Office. There's no Tomorrow.
No, that has never happened in the history of time. It's fuck God. Okay, so that kind of shit drives me crazy. Now I get it. It's like anything else in the world. It's like say I'm a mechanic and
you're a mechanic.
Thank you. And there's a car that breaks down in a movie, and the guy he twists a bolt and that fixes the thing or whatever. Like I get it. Like we have to do this because this makes the movie make sense.
Mm-hmm.
This doesn't make any goddamn sense at all.
This is the expert thing. This is that thing I was talking about where you're sitting at a table and you're looking at a salt and pepper shaker. There's some guys that's looking at the salt and pepper shaker going, oh, that's the 492 model, and they're defective because if you twist it right, like he's an expert. So every time he sits down and looks at the salt and pepper shaker, he knows what the fuck is wrong with that. You look at a salt and pepper shaker, you're like, oh, I need salt. Done. You're looking at this in your eyes as a touring musician. You go, this would never fucking happen. No one else is looking at it like that. It's like doctor shows.
Why didn't you bring that up though during the last movie that we did with all the touring and shit? Because that would have been great.
Sorry.
What was that? What was that movie? Almost Famous.
Oh, Almost Famous.
Why would you not bring that up then? Because I had so many problems with all of that shit.
I just thought of it.
All of it. No, I mean, God, you've never given me the salt and pepper shaker analogy.
Isn't that awesome?
But here's the thing. You should have went with widget, because that's what my teachers did in school. Widget. And I would have been able to fucking relate to that.
Widget is not in my vocabulary.
I always have that problem when I watch movies about serial killers.
Told you, baby. I fucking nailed it. Nailed it.
I look like a magician. All right, you horrible little man. I bought the entire spring line, okay? You happy? Now look her up.
I already did. It was a dead account. There's no information in our computers.
You give me...
Hey, chase me.
Chase you? What? Are you
Don't
insane?
cross the line. You crossed the line.
Stop saying that, or I will cut you. Now, you better find a way to help me right now.
I can suggest another option.
Suggest it fast.
When our customers apply for a credit card, the hard copies go to our storage facility in Queens. All you need is the account number, which you already have, and you can find her application. However, you need an employee to get you in.
I feel like this
Chase me
was just stuck in there.
Yeah.
Like it felt different.
I think all this was ad-libbed.
It felt different than the rest of the movie, and it was just like we need this part of the storyline
so that we can go to the warehouse.
So we can go to there, and we'll just stick it in there. Because no dude is. I mean, like if you're gonna, you need to make your quota. I'm not buying the fucking suit from Purple Rain.
I know.
Like
why,
you can
why wouldn't you buy something nice?
Sell me one that fits that I can wear on my honeymoon.
Seriously.
That I'm not gonna have.
It bothered me.
Yeah. So
well, it didn't need to match the purple tie you picked out.
Yeah, but I didn't.
We should go on a honeymoon.
I didn't really think. I didn't like this actually, writing wise. Like to me, he could have.
It was ad-libbed. Yeah.
But I think you could have put him in a suit, and he could have been like, "Oh, I look good," you know. Like
they didn't ad-lib a purple suit; they did a fitting for it.
Yeah, exactly. There's definitely. Anyway, I didn't like this at all. I love the movie, but this whole thing did not make sense to me at all.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely was going, why would you buy the purple suit? That's just dumb.
Yeah, because you're in Bloomingdale's.
Yeah.
You can buy a black suit that you could wear to tomorrow night.
It could be a good investment.
Yeah.
He literally could have worn it to the rehearsal dinner. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
As he's cheating on his...
Any of that. No, he didn't do that during the rehearsal dinner, did he?
He's cheating in his mind.
Mind cheating.
I get it.
Ooh, mind cheating's a thing.
Yeah.
What's the problem? Well, the problem is you can't fend off an army of bloodthirsty Vikings with a Shania. It's illogical.
No. See, you're lulling them into submission with the music. That's the whole point of the song, really. Mystic surrender.
You don't think he looks like he hates the music?
No.
Hey, baby.
Now, this guy is like Alec Guinness. So good. Star Wars.
Obi-Wan. All right, right here. What are they doing? What's their attitude? What are they thinking? Who are these people?
Well, I tell you, they're in awe, and they're speechless. And they're just grateful. Underfed. Underpaid.
Why don't they ask me to stay in the village and have a feast?
This is not the funniest fucking scene. Oh my god!
That's the
what
best
a
part of the movie.
douchebag.
It's great. But the thing was, that's the first thing that I thought of. Like the guy holding his ears is like, this guy hates the music.
Because you're an expert at music videos.
Stop it!
That's
I'm an expert at salt and pepper shakers. Don't
You
you
actually
see
didn't know
it?
that about him, but he actually is an expert on salt and pepper.
I'm
shakers.
fucking good at that shit.
That's so weird. You picked that analogy because
It is weird.
it's like a thing from
Do you
college.
like balance them on their edges?
I love the fact that they can just talk to the director and change the whole fucking video
Without reshooting anything?
without reshooting anything. But
Just do it in the computer. Post.
just the music in general is hilarious, right?
It is. It's terrible, yet oddly good.
Exactly. You're so right. It's terrible, but oddly, like I'd be like, if I heard that, I think I would listen to it.
It's weird. That's the problem with this.
I'm in. I don't know what it is. The fuck is he playing anyway? Like
Shania.
Yeah, I fucking love Shania Twain.
It's a little Twain.
I love Shania Twain.
I know you do, baby.
Dude, I was all into her shit too.
She is very attractive.
I have a little a paper from elementary school that says what do you want to be when you grow up, and mine says Shania Twain. And it didn't happen for me.
You wanted to wear a skin suit?
Yeah, and I'm not even tall enough.
My ex-wife.
I know. I don't.
My ex-wife. Just say which one. God damn it.
Which one?
Leave that in.
God damn it.
We didn't practice that.
The first one, that's all she did. Shania Twain karaoke. Just constantly. Everywhere we went, Shania.
Oh, yeah. I don't enjoy her
Did
music.
y'all do a lot of karaoke?
Yeah, we did karaoke.
Do you do karaoke?
Not anymore. I don't really do it anymore.
Can we go do it together?
Like now?
That would be the fucking.
I could
If
get a
anybody's
babysitter
listening to this
right
right now, we're thinking about a Jaret Goes to the Movies meetup at a karaoke in the Dallas area first.
Karaoke terrifies me.
Yeah, but you're going to be there though, right?
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah, you got to be there.
I used to do it like crazy because I love doing it. I just enjoyed doing it. And now I am more empathetic to the people that are listening to me.
Because
And
you
I'm
haven't
like,
done
no one
it.
wants to
You
hear
haven't
me
gone to
sing.
karaoke with us. We're so fun.
Yeah.
We are really fun, actually.
Well, invite me.
That's the thing. Jesus Christ, it's like Christmas all over again.
Is it 0293? Congratulations. I think you found her.
No way.
Too bad the last name's completely smudged out, though. Well, it's his fault. It was his thumb. When he grabbed it, his thumb went right across the name. Completely. I'm kidding. It was smudged when I had it. Just a little joke. That's carbon paper for you. I guess that's why America rejected it.
What's that address?
It's 7 years ago, man.
So, go to the building leasing office and you'll find out who lived there 7 years ago. It ain't rocket science.
So, Eugene Levy just fucking rescues the whole goddamn movie. He's so good all the time. Yeah. It's hard to even think about anything he's ever done that wasn't great.
I can't think of anything. Unless it's one of those Wes Anderson movies. Was he in one of those?
You don't like Wes Anderson movies?
Fucking hate him.
Who's Wes Anderson?
Oh my gosh, I love Wes Anderson movies.
I figured you would.
He's the Life Aquatic or
Life Aquatic.
That wasn't one of my favorites.
Oh.
But I like Bottle Rocket and...
Oh, Rushmore. Rushmore was horrible.
Yeah, I like Rushmore.
What's the other one where I didn't... Royal Tenenbaums.
Yeah, that was
so
horrible.
the only one of any of those I've ever seen is Royal Tenenbaums. But
and
I like
the newer ones out. What was the one with the little...
Yeah, I like that one.
The little Boy Scout kid.
Oh, Moonrise Kingdom.
Moonrise Kingdom.
That was great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll pass.
Okay.
I've just spent the entire flight staring into the sky thinking, not about my fiancé, but about this mystery guy I met 1.5 million hours ago. A guy I don't even remember except for this vague picture I have inside my head. It was just a few seconds. A fragment, really. And it was like, in that moment, the whole universe existed just to bring us together. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm going to let fate take me wherever it wants to go.
She's convinced Molly Shannon to go along with the plan.
Right.
Here's the thing. There's no way Molly Shannon isn't into this anyway. She got a free trip to New York.
That's it. I'm going back home.
Yeah, I'm storming back in. What the fuck are you gonna do? You can't just book a fucking flight. You work at a hippie fucking store.
Yeah, I would wait till she figured out what fucking hotel they were staying at, and then I'd throw the fit and stomp off, and then I'd go see
Cats. My
exactly. Eat a fucking hot dog. I would have the best day ever.
Seriously.
I don't need anybody to have fun there. Just try not to get murdered.
Go follow Fate around. I'm gonna go get a hot dog.
By the way, did she mention to John Cusack that she's a fucking smoker? Did you notice that she lit up like one time in the movie? She lights up.
She did, and it was. But that's just it. English people smoke.
That's a deal killer for me.
So if a girl smokes, is that true?
Yeah.
What if she smokes occasionally?
I don't like it.
What if she?
To me, I'm like, what's the fucking point?
What if she smokes when she drinks?
I don't like that either.
What if? What if you are very aware that if she smokes, she pokes?
Is that a thing?
I don't want to kiss her when she smokes. It's horrible.
That's a thing.
I don't like smokers either, but if it's a clove cigarette, it's okay.
Ew, that's the worst. Cloves are the worst.
Jesus
Christ. All right, when she's walking out of the hotel, right?
Yeah.
And she's like raising her hands, like, where are we going? And she's like, cheerleader, hands straight up above her.
Like she's a water witch or something?
And her midriff is showing.
Yeah.
Have you seen that Lonely Island SNL skit where it's like, jizz in my pants? No?
No, I don't think so.
Jesus Christ.
Did you ejaculate on that scene?
Oh, my God, dude.
You love when she's wearing the half shirt. She wears the half shirt the whole time.
She just has her hands up, and it showed her midriff, and I lost my shit.
Jaret's opening a bill.
Do you know what Lonely Island is?
Yeah, of course I do.
You haven't seen that one?
That's
Adam Sandberg.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, you got to see that one. That one's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know. Midriff, what?
Never mind. Forget it. Let's just move on.
Okay.
Roadhouse.
You know who plays golf? Guys who are too fat to play tennis. Like that guy.
They were all not fat.
I know. I actually loved this line, though. Like, it's super L.A. And they're from San Francisco, obviously. But it was, like, really California-y.
Yeah.
What? That's my people.
California.
Yeah, because you know who plays golf? People are too fat to play tennis. Also, who the fuck plays tennis?
I've never in my life played tennis.
Yeah,
I love tennis. I will play tennis with anyone who asks.
Totally get it. Yeah, that makes total sense. You also hate anything that everybody else likes.
There are tennis fans out there.
Totally agree. I actually like to watch tennis while I nap. It's one of my favorite things in the world to do.
That is a good
I
nap.
actually always thought I would be really good at tennis, and then it turns out I'm actually way better at drinking alcohol and eating Chinese food.
That's true. I've seen her do it. It's fucking good.
I'm
That is
really
so weird,
good.
Casey. I'm also very good at eating Chinese food.
I mean, like,
She
I'm,
is great.
I'm probably the best, but
So the ball
we
hits.
should have a competition.
My daddy
And
says
we're-
I'm the best.
And we should wear short
Throwback.
skirts and eat Chinese food.
Oh, sure.
So Molly Shannon gets hit by the golf ball.
Yeah.
And then walks backwards, gets hit by the club, and then does her Molly Shannon fall down thing. They were both, I guess they both had, because she falls in the ice skating rink. So they both had their stunts.
Yeah.
They were supposed to be stunt doubles, and the girls actually did all of their own stunts. So all the falling that they did was all them.
Oh, that's cool.
They're really brave.
Yeah. Because no one could fit in that little tiny skirt.
There's
on the
nobody.
ice.
No, you would never.
It
be
was
able
a
to get that.
12-year-old boy
You would
with
have to.
that.
Yeah, you'd have to get a 12-year-old boy
I
who
think his
plays
name is
tennis
Jeffrey
to be able to do
12-year-old
that.
boy.
Yeah, that'd have to happen. Yeah.
Jeffrey, you're on.
Yeah. Hey, come away from practicing your backhand.
Your backhand.
Yeah. Get off the tennis court and come do this stunt.
Sarah, you know, it's a wonderful thought. The idea that all of life, that every single event is all part of some master plan designed to lead us to our universal soulmate. But if that's really true, then what's the point of living or making decisions? Hell, why should we even get out of bed in the morning? The cake? No, it's not the cake. It's so that you make mistakes. Mistakes like this trip. And if you're smart enough, you learn from your mistakes. You figure it out. You think. You realize that life isn't some elaborate stage play with directions for the actors. Life's a mess, Sarah. It's chaos personified. I have to give it all up now, don't I? Sarah, you have a fiancé who, despite his weird Eastern music, which we hope is just a phase, let's hope, loves you very, very, very much. It's not giving up, it's growing up.
She kills it here.
She does. This is one of those things where you wonder. So if you have ever watched Molly Shannon in a scene like on Saturday Night Live or whatever, you're like, there's no way she actually knows what her lines are. But here, she obviously had to memorize her lines because she's making so much sense.
Right.
And she sells the scene so well.
Really well. Mm-hmm.
It's so great. It also makes me hate her as a best friend, because why in the fuck would you want this beautiful angel to be with fucking some douchebag fucking clarinet player?
Why would you think it's a phase? It's this entire identity.
Exactly. Let's hope it's a phase. It's literally his entire life.
Yeah.
Which
but he might still be nice and sweet, and he might care about her.
She's going to realize that this is his whole life.
She doesn't want her to look back and regret it, you know? Like her have cold feet, flip out right after she gets engaged, and then look back and be lonely and be like, fuck, I really fucked that up. So she's just being...
Yeah, I'm now a strong believer in, if you have doubts, don't force it. Don't force it.
You're that now?
Yeah.
And what did it take you to get there?
Two marriages. two divorces.
Two marriages, two
Yeah,
divorces.
More to the point, 2 divorces.
Right. And let me ask you this. Do you even want to be in love again?
Of course. First of all,
you're rich. So whatever your fucking answer to this is going to be fucked up.
I am this guy. I am this. Like the whole looking at the book thing, the whole fate thing. That was me, dude. When I first got before my first marriage, when we were falling in love or whatever, I was Mr. Romantic, Mr. Just fairy tales. I dated constantly, and the whole time I was dating, I was looking for my soulmate. Like, that was on my mind. I was never dating to have fun and goof around if the soulmate thing happens, whatever. I was always looking for the one. I dated a lot of girls in college, but I was always going, is she the one? Nope, next. Is she the one? Nope, next. Is she the one? Nope, next. And then when I found my first wife, I was like, this is the one.
So you were doing what we like to call a taste test.
I guess. But when we met, it was very like right away. We knew right away. We got engaged a month after we met, and we're like ring on the finger 3 months. Like I asked her to marry me, but then
right. $20,000 ring?
Fuck no, it was super tiny.
Rich, you need to look for a girl whose initials are NEO. The one.
I got it.
I love it.
Neo
and
from
the
Matrix.
Rapey Dolphins.
What was the Rapey Dolphins
That was the
conversation?
Matrix podcast. It was talking about him in the pool. He looks like a rapey dolphin.
Because dolphins are really rapey.
Right.
Yeah.
Are they?
All right.
Yeah, they're
I
super
would
rapey.
not like to be raped by a dolphin.
But 2 marriages later, it kind of weaned me from that. I'm a lot more practical
Do you
now.
look back on that, though, and want to feel like that again?
Yeah,
though?
I want to, but
sure.
I know that...
But you go into each relationship now, though, being a cynic and being... Yes, and knowing right off, I'm not going to fucking feel like this again, because...
First of all, if we want to get real for a second...
Sure.
The incentive for a woman to leave a man is really good, because they get everything. They get everything they want. It's just built that way.
So we're... Richard, you're going through some shit.
Yeah.
And as of right now, you're a little bit jaded, sort of tainted.
Sure.
But
I don't think I'm going to lose my realistic...
Do you not
view,
think that you can't go into a relationship, though, and be just completely open? And can you be yourself dating someone now?
This very second?
Yeah.
Probably not.
No.
But I know I'll fall in love again. It just... I can't help it.
So
I'm
what
just
do you,
that guy.
You say that... So there's an incentive for women to leave men because they leave with whatever they want. But, wouldn't your incentive be to... stay, because then you already have all that stuff?
It hasn't been my experience.
I know, but that just seems like it's just the wrong...
You want them to stay because of love.
Hey, I want you to keep that attitude. I want everyone to have that attitude. The problem is, if someone starts to think about it, they go, well, the incentive, I'll get everything I want. Why not leave? Which I think is shitty, but...
Rich, I think you just need to learn to trust people again.
I don't think that Will is trying to be funny.
It'll take a long time, I think, for you to learn to trust somebody again. And I think that's what you're kind of projecting right now.
Wait. What does trusting someone have to do with anything?
Well, trust that they're not only in it to take your shit, to break your heart.
Yeah, but I trusted someone to do that and, fully trusted. And
I'm saying to learn to trust again.
He's saying to...
No. I'm not going to make the fucking mistake 3 times in a row. That is bullshit. That's on me. Well, the first one, okay, I was young. The second one was like, oh shit, that was a dumb mistake. If I do it again and it happens again, it's 100% my fault. You can absolutely get in a relationship again and trust someone, but I don't need to go, here's all my money, and if you want to go, you get it all too. There's ways of preventing. There's no way in the world, that I would either get married, like I can have a trusting, loving relationship, be head over heels, like the whole romance thing, everything, and not be financially bound to that person. Or I can set myself up with a prenup and just make sure that all that stuff's squared away so that we don't ever have to worry about that.
I don't think trust as in your possessions. I just meant trust in your feelings and your relationships and stuff.
I don't mind my feelings getting hurt. It's the fucking pocketbook that's killing me. Hurt my feelings all day long. Step on them, squish them, call me names, kick me in the balls. Stop fucking taking my goddamn money every fucking time I turn around.
Benefit of the doubt guy.
I'm sorry, did that get a little...
Here's the thing. Nobody actually lets themselves gets kicked in the balls. That doesn't happen. That shit fucking hurts.
I would trade it, though.
And I'm being fucking completely honest. The other day, I went to go pick up my kid from school, and he was super excited to see me, and he is 4, and he ran towards me, and he Superman punched me right in the fucking nuts.
That's a thing because he did that to me the last podcast.
I went to my
he keeps
knees.
doing that.
I went to my knees and I had tears coming out of my eyes. I couldn't punish him. I'm just trying to fucking figure out how the fuck to get out of there.
He did it to two
That's
people the
all
other
I
day.
want.
He did it to like a 16-year-old boy that walked in our house that he'd never met, and then that kid's mom.
Here's the thing.
Right in the
I
crotch.
think that everybody should live in the now. Like, life is hard. And it's complicated. It's a mess. You make good money. You've obviously been through 2 insane relationships, yada yada. But you shouldn't shut off that valve because you deserve to be happy. And there's a very good chance you're going to find that person who fulfills all of those things in your life that make you content and like just give your heart a boost every day. And sometimes just a kiss on the cheek is exactly what you need.
Or why don't you just find a girl with money and just say fuck it, and they leave and they have their own money, or you get to take
she'd make him
theirs.
sign a prenup.
Or
Yeah, but then they'd be fine.
or fucking order a girl from Puerto Rico and say, fuck it, let's go.
And I don't even mind it actually makes me happy to take care of someone. I sort of always have gravitated towards people that
Need you.
that need me. I like to feel needed. I don't have a problem with that at all. What I don't
Well, your
like
problem is they still
with-
need you whenever they leave.
Exactly.
Oh, no.
When you leave me, guess what? The whole taking care of part should stop too.
Yeah.
That's
agreed.
what pisses me off.
Yeah.
Anyway, I absolutely I know I'll fall in love again.
I hope you do. Man.
There's no way I cannot. It's just not in me not to.
Right. I think you will too.
But just
Just
right
don't
now,
fall
I
in
just
love
wanna,
with me, Rich. It's going to get fucking weird. You
It's
know
true.
what I mean?
It's so
Yeah.
hard, though, Casey.
I know. I
It really
understand.
is. It's just
Yeah.
I get it.
Yes. Fucking get off.
Get off.
bad choice of words.
My wedding rehearsal starts in less than an hour. My bride is waiting for me.
Let me ask you something here, okay? If Sarah were here right now, poof, came down, what would she tell you to do?
She would tell me to run, not walk to the Waldorf, because all the signs point to me getting married. Look, wedding dress, lots of wine.
I hate to state the obvious.
State it?
Okay. If you don't do this, you may never find out who Sarah is.
Maybe I was never supposed to. Maybe all this is just a maze designed to lead me directly back to where I started. Just get married.
I feel like, man, now I'm seeing what Casey is saying as far as the acting and stuff, but I like just hearing it back again. To me, it just feels like a loose movie.
Yeah, it's like moving and shaking the whole time. It's
But
like,
it just-
we gotta do this. We gotta do this. Well, no. But that's Jeremy Piven though.
It
That's
just
just how he
feels
does it.
loose.
And it's Cusack. They both are like very up tempo.
I don't know that it feels like that. I mean, I feel like that's what's being put out there.
That's what your mom felt like.
Here's
Oh.
Have you met my dad?
All right.
Okay, here's the thing. How is this a Christmas movie? I don't understand that.
It's during
it takes
Christmas
place
time.
during Christmas.
Yeah, it takes place. during
It
Christmas.
doesn't. The fucking first scene does.
Yeah.
And at the end, too, it's
The-
Christmas time. Isn't it?
This is not a Christmas
It's
movie.
Snowing. If it's snowing, it's
They're
Christmas.
fucking ice skating.
They're not ice skating. He's in the middle of a goddamn fucking roller rink.
It doesn't snow all the time.
It's
in
not
New
a
York.
roller rink. It's an ice skating rink.
It's a rollerblade rink. That's hard to say. Rollerblade rink.
That's definitely ice skating.
Rollerblade rink.
Yeah. It's basically ice skating with rollerblades.
It's
Yeah, and the
ice
guy
skating
says-
with wheels.
Yeah, and it was exactly that many years ago, right, from when they met?
5. Yeah.
Like, was it the exact same time of the year? Because the
think
guy's
so,
like,
yeah.
it's 5 days before Christmas, and I'm at a fucking Bloomingdale's, and I'm a fucking asshole who talks fucking douchebag, and I want these gloves. Everybody wants the fucking gloves. Get the beige ones. They'll be fine.
Yeah, I agree.
Beige is
No,
nice.
nobody
No,
wants the beige
no
ones.
beige. Black.
Yeah.
He's old. His wife wants beige gloves.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Assuming he's not like a billionaire with a hot, really young wife that's about
That's
to leave
true.
him and take
that
his money.
That old man would totally have gotten the beige gloves for his one.
Now, here is a scene that I did not see coming. So I thought I was like predicting everything. I thought I was like, okay, well, I'll know where the $5 bill is the whole time. And I did not see this coming.
Wait.
What's this?
What do you think? It's a traditional groom's gift.
I got yours and I forgot to bring it.
I know, it's okay. But open it. It's a first edition. It's just that every time I go into a bookstore, you're always flipping through it, and I checked this week, you don't even have a copy. What's wrong? Don't you like it?
It's perfect. It's an excellent choice.
The hardest thing about this is that she loves him that much to notice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the other guy, he's douchey. He's into his career. She's good. She doesn't do anything wrong.
But maybe she doesn't like do blowjobs or something. Well, we don't know.
Hold on. No, I mean, she doesn't
like
do anything wrong. She's just not for him. It's like she, just her actions drive him nuts or whatever. But I don't know. I just thought this was the sweetest thing. Like, this is something that...
No, it was... Yeah.
This is something Casey would do for me. Like, just notice that I look at something all the time.
Find your ex-lover's shit.
And then...
How do you keep up with that? Holy fuck.
I don't know. I think about it all the time. And she's the best. It'll be something that I say once, refer to another time, and then it's just...
You guys have heard of the 5 love languages, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
So what are y'all's?
Okay, what are all of them? It's I'm trying to remember.
There's words of affirmation. There's gifts. There's touch. There's
compliments.
Doing stuff. Task. What's that one called? Yeah,
I did the test. I did the test, and my
doing stuff. I can't remember what it's called.
I've never heard of this.
I was told
you haven't?
I was told I was wrong.
You were wrong.
Yeah.
What does that even? Oh, someone said, "I know you better than this test," and that's not right.
That's correct. Yeah.
I feel like if I had to guess yours, it would be
you get one,
and then you get a
2 sub ones.
Yeah, agreed.
I'm gonna go with physical touch.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I really do think you like gifts. But I mean, it sounds like superficial, but it's not. But you take things like that, and they're like you are always like over the top excited about stuff. But I don't know. I guess words of affirmation, but I don't know. I don't know. I feel like there's just a lot of them. I don't know.
I don't remember what I said when I did it. I have to do it again.
Mine is... I've taken it several times.
I've never taken it. I don't know.
Mine is physical touch, and it's like so overwhelmingly physical touch.
Yeah, that
like
has
the
to
other
be.
two are like it's words of affirmation, and the other one is like spending time. Like you spend time with the person.
Yeah, I think that was one of mine too.
Okay, I didn't know that was one of them. So that would have to be those two.
I think that was one of mine. I think that was me.
I feel like that would have to be me too.
Quality time.
I think I was physical touch and quality time. I think
that makes sense because we're creepy and we hang out.
This is how I feel loved by someone else.
The whole point of the 5 love languages is that people have a tendency to love people the way that they like to be loved, but they don't pay attention the other way. So if his is, gifts and words of affirmation, and then he just keeps giving me gifts and words of affirmation, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, like just spend some time with me. And like,
I don't think mine is gifts though.
No, that was the hypothetical.
Well, I should do this with my wife.
I don't think yours is gifts either, but I forgot about the spending time one.
Definitely.
So I would think those two.
Yeah,
but I've never taken the
mine
test.
Are definitely
because I'd hate it if someone was like, "Fucking stop touching me."
Yeah,
yeah.
We're creepy. Yeah. Like we spend
By the
all
way,
our time together.
My ex, not touch.
Really?
Really?
Oh, that was she hated. She didn't like. She's a germaphobe, so she didn't like touch at all. It got to the point where we rarely ever kissed.
I couldn't be with somebody that didn't like to be touched.
No, we are like creepy.
Me either. No. Like I mean, like
weirdos. We are like just on each other all the time.
Even
yeah, our kids and our
I'm a
dogs
hugger of
and
my children. Like I like them to be on me, and you know what I mean. Like when we watch television,
it's a fucking like family pile of
everyone is touching everyone. Like someone's rubbing somebody's foot, and everybody's like,
and there's a fucking dog.
Yeah,
like,
everything.
Face and
everyone is touching everyone.
Do you guys cross feet when you sleep?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I think you guys are both touched then, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's definitely one. I think that would be number one, even over spending time.
For sure.
Yeah.
Physical touch. I fucking have to have it all the time. There's no question. I mean, stop it, Will. But yeah, I mean, like we started using separate blankets because we have different temperatures or whatever.
That's where it starts.
No, but we've
Stop.
We've got it figured out now to where
I get hot and he gets cold. So he gets the blanket that's heavier, and then I like the big fluffy kind of down comforter thing.
But we've got it figured out now
we
where
can
our
figure
feet
out that our feet will touch in the middle.
And then my hand is on her head the whole time I sleep.
Yeah, he sleeps with his hand on my head.
Keeping her down.
But I'm not like a cuddler at night, so the different blanket thing's fine. Like as long as our feet are touching, I'm fine. But like cuddling is for awake time.
Yes.
After that, like I don't need the breathing on me. I don't need.
Do you like your head held after sex?
What do you mean?
Like held up, like propped.
Do you mean like in the shoulder, like kind of thing? Like
No, just hand on the head.
No, that's
like,
just how.
Is that a thing? Have you even heard of such a thing?
No, he sleeps like that though every night with his hand on my head.
I know, but after sex, as part of the.
I don't know.
Are you asking everybody or just Casey?
Anybody.
I don't. I to be honest, I don't want to be fucking touched.
I don't either.
I like to roll and then maybe our feet touch or whatever, hold hands. But
I just need a minute.
I need a break.
I need a minute.
I want to cuddle sometimes, but I'm pretty good body language reader, and sometimes I can know that you're not like.
I will cuddle for hours after. Just give me a fucking minute.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
same. But I mean, it's literally like a minute minute. Like I just need to catch
cool
my
off.
breath.
Yeah, catch
and,
my breath. Yeah.
You know all that, but
we aren't. Fucking
but I also don't want her to like grab her phone and like be on her phone and shit.
Why? You're
like,
over there just staring at the ceiling. Like, why can't I fucking check my Facebook?
Yeah.
You're
So
not, you don't need me.
Some shit didn't just go down. You know what I mean? Because eventually I'm going to be like, come over here.
Well, I don't know that there's a comeback over here. Like sometimes you're like, okay, I put something hilarious on Facebook. I should go see if somebody commented.
Yeah.
You're thinking of that the whole time you're having sex.
No.
I wonder if anyone's commenting.
No, I like to.
I'll wait until we're done.
I generally
to check
the time.
Did my phone just ding?
I check the time a lot.
What are you timing him now? Jesus
No,
Christ.
like what time it is. Like you never fucking.
He'll get done when he gets done.
We always have like horribly timed sex where we both have to be somewhere.
That's true.
Like so, I gotta fucking check what time it is. I don't know.
Courtney moved out.
What?
Yeah. Look, man. We've been fighting for a really long time. Why didn't you tell me? We didn't want to ruin your wedding, man. We just didn't want to rain on your parade, man. What the hell happened? We let it slip away, you know? That's the point. It died. We died. What was the cause of death? Not enough of all of this.
It just, to me, this is so great because...
Okay, I'm glad you like. I love that.
You never know. You really just don't. You drive down the street, there's couple A, they're perfect. Couple B, that was a hiccup. Couple B, man, I bet they're fucked up. And couple C, you just don't know what people's relationships are.
Yeah. And
they think that this relationship is just perfect. They've never seen them fight. And you know what, man? Fucking relationships are hard, you know? And not everybody asks for help or communicates and shit.
So, and this is probably too much information, but so again, with my first marriage, like I said, it was like this. Like, it was all kismet and
everybody thought you guys were the best, yeah.
Yeah, everybody thought we were just the perfect couple forever.
Right.
And then whatever happened. And then, so the second one, I had this theory, and this is going to sound more extreme than it actually was, but I had this theory that this desert, what I call the desert island theory. I felt like if you put a guy and a girl, you know, within reason, obviously, but any guy, any girl, and put them on a desert island, they would eventually fall in love and be a perfect couple. You know what I mean? Because eventually you just get used to the quirks, and they start to turn into things that you adore about the person. And if you're in that sort of situation where there isn't a situation where you can leave and just give up and quit, eventually it will just work. Mm-hmm. Okay. And I'm not saying that my second marriage was that, but it was a little bit like that. Like I trusted in that theory that, hey, we'll be in this marriage desert island thing, and we'll just get through it. We have some things that are kind of quirky and aren't fitting right, but you put enough time into it, and there's other things that you can sort of latch onto. That stuff will just work itself out.
Well, that's a big thing as far as arguments for arranged marriages go.
Yeah.
No, seriously.
No, it's a real thing. Like people, I'm serious. Like I've met people that are actually, I have clients that have been in arranged marriages.
I hadn't thought of it that way, but you're exactly right.
Yeah, and that is a big thing that sometimes psychologically they think it's easier just to go into it without the pressures of all these things, and you just learn to love these people, and that they know people with some of the strongest relationships based on these arranged marriages that people think are these like torture techniques, and some people are like, no, it's like just a cultural thing, and some people swear by it. So I get that.
I still think it's true, but again, sometimes it's just more financially conducive just to leave.
The problem is that we're not on a desert island.
I absolutely.
So the problem here is this.
I put a desert island around myself.
Yeah.
The person I was with didn't do that.
Correct.
So
and nobody's going to do that. Yeah. So the problem is that you're not in a situation where you've had to pick the 10 albums that you want to fucking have and the fucking 5 foods that you want to have on your desert island. And, that's not a thing. The truth is that Chick-fil-A is open 6 days a week, and you have access to any music that you want, and also, that's not the only vagina you can have, and that's not the only, you don't
or
have...
Or human, if you want to just be nicer about it.
Oh, you don't have the only penis in the world. Right. So, man,
there are people that go into marriages and say... There is no way I'm ever getting divorced. That's not how I think. That's not in my Rolodex of moves.
True,
but a lot of work.
A lot of those end up in murder.
No, it's good.
Come on, that is
no. I'm saying it's good that it's a lot of work. Like I know for a fact that like the thought of just being complacent and bored sounds like the worst thing in the world to me. And if I feel like we've had like 1 week that is like kind of like blah and we're off and something like that, like I have to communicate it. Like I'm like, what the fuck is going on this week? Like, I don't know how people go years and years and years like that.
Definitely happens.
My wife and I...
She's listening. Be careful.
We're super in love.
That's awesome.
We know that.
We do.
Not to say any other way is different, but we don't fight. It's not hard. It's the easiest thing in the world to love Simone. It's never hard.
Yeah.
I think I'm just the luckiest guy in the world.
My first marriage never fought.
Yeah.
It was just over one day, and I was like, what the fuck happened? We never fought.
That would devastate me. You'd probably see me swinging in a tree or something. That'd be crazy.
I was messed up for a long time because of it.
That would mess me up. Simone, don't do that.
Swinging at a Tree is a great name for an album, by the way.
What the hell is this?
Something the matter?
Yes, I think I've mixed up my wallet with my friends. Yes, I have. See, Prado.
Oh. Well, is there any money in it?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Porno music. Thank you.
Sorry, excuse me.
That's this gentleman's change.
Jonathan.
Excuse me.
Jonathan. Sorry, you know what? Thank you. Excuse me. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Let me backtrack for like 13, 14 years. I took my nephews to New York City. They were really big into like Pokemon cards. And you could just find whatever Pokemon card you wanted, like out there on the blanket. And it was $2 or whatever. And so I bought Coulter a bunch of fucking fake Pokemon cards. I didn't know they were fake. Like, so it's almost like if you, you're going to buy a DVD and then...
How can a Pokemon card be fake?
Charizards are really hard to find.
Pokemon card.
Yeah.
It's not a $20 bill.
Anywho, so Prada becomes Prado. This is a good setup. It's a good setup to the end of the movie. You knew it was going to happen. Mm-hmm. Super predictable, but great.
Yeah, the second you saw the fake wallet, and she's like, "Oh, I've got one right here." They're going to switch wallets.
Yeah.
The dollar bill's going to the bill's going to end up in it.
Yeah,
because we saw the bill end up on the change that she put in her wallet
Yeah, we
earlier.
did. Yeah. So, but I don't know. I liked it. I liked that
What happened with the Pokemon?
aspect of things.
He got one.
He got arrested.
So Coulter ended up going to school with these fake Pokemon cards.
Did it say Pokemon?
And
I met Coulter this last week.
He traded him. He's like 11, 12 years old. And he traded him. And and it ends up being a thing where the kid realizes they're fake and like calls his parents and shit.
Oh, wow.
And it, you know, rewind like, oh yeah, we were in New York City, and it was the whole thing. Anyway, so he was like the kid that was like fucking bootlegging Pokemon cards for a while. And
the Pokemon Mafia.
Yeah.
Stop?
Is it over?
The wedding?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's over, all right. But don't worry. You'll get your present back.
Excuse me?
They always return the presents. You asked if it was over. The truth is, it never even began.
What?
Yeah, I called the whole thing off this morning.
He called it off? That's terrible.
Can we talk about the fact that you can't leave at 9 o'clock at night, go all the way to San Francisco, search for an address, and make it back in the morning?
Once they were on the plane, I was like, there's no wedding.
It's impossible.
There's no wedding.
Well, that's why they called it off.
Yeah.
He called it off from the airport in San Francisco.
Apparently, yeah.
I hope so. Once he got on that plane, there was no wedding.
It was pretty ballsy for her to run in and yell, stop.
I agree.
At the Waldorf.
And she was never even into all this. You know, like...
She is really they're both building this so hard in their mind. How can it possibly live up to the
I've done this on
expectation?
Tinder before.
Oh, yeah. Rituals on
you?
Tinder.
I want you to get back on Tinder because I want the song to come back.
I know.
Like at
I
the
want
end-
the video to come back.
At the end of this movie, how can it possibly live up to their expectations? They don't know each other.
Because she smokes. He doesn't know she smokes.
They don't know anything about each other.
Well, I
What
mean,
if
you
after all
guys
that,
just,
he's like,
you guys
"Ooh, a
just,
deal breaker."
you guys just did a whole bit about arranged marriages and shit, and like how that shit works. I mean, I don't know.
Wait, did they already kiss?
No.
No.
No, not on the mouth.
What if he's a terrible kisser?
Yeah, that's the big thing, too.
Have you ever kissed a girl that was a terrible kisser?
100%.
Me and Jared have a running joke about terrible kissers.
We do.
There was this girl in college that I kissed, and it was like she was drinking water out of my mouth like a dog.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
I don't know. How come someone doesn't just say no? That's not how that works.
It should just be
Well,
a
I'm gonna
fucking
show you.
class.
Well, you can train people to do.
Some people.
I should have stuck around. I should have trained her.
You can sort
Did
of.
y'all both kiss awesome right from the get-go?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the
totally,
thing.
It was the fucking
Kissing is super important to me, and
But
So,
we joke about.
One time I told him about the
yeah.
worst kisser that I ever kissed ever. So then I had to show him how he did it.
right.
And then he told me, and then he showed me back. So now every once in a while, like
We'll
whenever
just
we
do
lean
it
in to
to
kiss
each
each other,
other.
we'll just like surprise each other with the worst kiss in the world.
Yeah.
That's rad.
And it becomes a whole thing.
It's always
And
hilarious.
you try to escalate it.
Always
to the
hilarious.
worst.
Yes, this is the worst.
That's awesome.
So did you kind of notice this movie is sort of the exact opposite of When Harry Met Sally?
Oh, I thought you were going to say Die Hard.
So when Harry Met Sally, they hated each other when they first met.
Right.
And in this movie, they loved each other when they first met.
Right.
And then they hate each other at the end.
And then Harry Met Sally were like friends the whole movie.
And then they
like
don't
they
know
were together.
And they
but-
don't know each other at all in the movie.
And then they don't know each other at all through the whole movie.
Right.
And then in the end, they
And
all-
then that's really where it all
And
ends.
then
I don't really.
And then they hate each
It was
other
a loose.
in the movie.
It was a loose.
And then he drives her back to her college.
Yeah, something like that. It's just like it, but the opposite.
Okay, I don't feel like that was fucking good at all. Secondly, you have to leave it in just because Will goes, he drives her back to her college is the fucking greatest line of all time.
I know. If
That
I
was
fuck,
really insightful,
I like how
Rich.
like if I fuck up, like it gets left in, but if Rich fucks up, it never makes it to the podcast.
Yeah,
Like, I
that's
think
very
that's
true.
All right,
so that stays in.
that could be true.
Things were clearer for him. Kansky noted, ultimately Jonathan concluded that if we are to live life in harmony with the universe, we must all possess a powerful faith in what the ancients used to call fatum, what we currently refer to as destiny.
So what are you going to do?
I don't know. I guess I'm just going to try and find him or something.
No, you know what? I don't think you should do that. I really don't.
Well, what do you think I should do?
I think you should just be here. I feel it. I feel it in the air.
What's happened to you? You've become your own worst nightmare right there.
Please put a jacket on. It's freezing out here.
I think the thing is that I say this all the time. Like I mean, I think I said it earlier in the pre-show, so maybe it's in there. But I just don't ever sit and think about anything. I don't do it. I've never been on a park bench and been like, I'm going to sit here and reflect.
What about on the pot?
I have never. Well, of course, on the pot, no, because I have my phone.
You're playing Candy Crunch.
Yeah, and I crushed the shit out of some candy.
I'm a good thinker, like a sitter and thinker.
Shoot, I think most 90% of my life is thinking in my head.
When I worked at Floyd's barbershop, the worst place in the world to work ever. You can leave that in. You go there and you work all day and they play this music and it's so loud. It's all day, right? And you don't even notice it until the end of the day and you get in your car and then it's fucking quiet. So I wouldn't turn the radio on and I'd drive home silent. I'd get home to my apartment and go sit down and I would be there for 45 minutes just fucking thinking because I hadn't thought all day. It's I hadn't had one thought. Just
I get all of that. I just don't think that any human, and if they do, this is crazy, but
they do,
can go sit in the middle of and fucking I'm gonna reflect. Okay.
Well, now I have a cell phone.
Well,
so
there's people that are skating around me.
So
this is fine.
I do that all
I'm just
the
gonna
time.
sit in the middle
Constantly. That's what I do.
You don't if the TV turns off or the radio, if you're on a phone call and you turn down the radio and you get off the phone call, you don't accidentally sit there and think for 30 minutes?
No, he gets on his laptop.
Not one time in my life.
You don't lay in bed before you go to sleep and you're just thinking about things that happen to you in the day.
No.
You just lay down and the machine shuts off.
Yeah.
That's all.
I lay
That is
down.
actually true. He'll talk to me and be having a conversation and I'll answer and he'll one time he was we were laying head to foot because he was rubbing my feet while we were in bed.
Okay.
And he fucking fell asleep and he was still rubbing my feet. And I was well, I'm not going to fucking stop him. I was going to see how long he could do it. And it was impressive. He was out and he was still doing it.
I have to have stuff on because I will think.
I have
constantly.
never in my life sat and thought about anything. Not once.
That's impressive.
You should try it.
I don't fucking understand.
Yeah, try it out.
Why? I'm fucking. I mean, there's
you're
so
fucking
much.
Bitching. I know it. It's
You
awesome.
think in the
No,
shower.
but there's so much going on in my head all the time.
You have a different brain. You think about stuff while you're doing other stuff.
That's correct.
Yeah.
All the time.
Not many people can do that. I think that's a very unique quality because I noticed that in you as soon as we started doing the podcast. You're talking and you're thinking about what you're going to say next. I don't think many people can do. I can't do that. If I'm doing this, I can't be thinking about some completely unrelated thing that I'm going to bring up in 5 minutes. That cannot happen in my brain. It's impossible inside of my brain for that to happen. And you do that all the time.
It's literally the way that my brain. I was just listening to you and talking, and I was in my head. In my fucking head. In my head. I was thinking about
that again?
I was thinking about 4 other things.
But you do that while you're talking.
That's correct.
I can think about something while you're talking. I lose attention of what you're saying.
Yeah.
But you do it while you're talking. That's crazy.
That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not like I don't feel like I'm talking out of my ass. Like I have a point to make.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's just something you trained your brain to do over many years.
No, it's just that I just don't have the capacity. I've never thought about in my life. I can't imagine. I'm going to go sit in the sand and
I don't
on
go
the
sit in the sand
and fucking watch some goddamn fucking sunset.
If I'm driving in my car
and just think, I'm
amazing.
never going to do that.
Sounds amazing.
If I'm driving my car and I was just talking to someone and I had turned the radio down to talk to them, and I get off the phone and I forget to turn the radio up, I'll fucking think for 45 minutes and not realize what just happened.
That is exactly what will happen, yeah. In the car, all the time.
For you?
Yeah.
Not for me. There is no way that could ever happen. Like, I am, there's no possible way that could happen. I can turn the radio on. I'm thinking about something. That station is Tejano. But I am thinking about that. But I'm also, and then I am plotting some other kind of crazy shit. And then I realize
murder.
I've been listening. No, that's you.
Oh.
You're the serial killer for sure of the neighborhood. Once Tim Toole leaves,
I was going to say, what about Tim
you're the
Toole?
number one suspect.
Oh, shit, I gotta find somebody else.
Yeah,
to kill.
I can't believe he's leaving.
I know.
Do they know he's leaving?
Yeah,
we're everybody does.
Yeah, everybody does.
So we're losing.
He's posting on Facebook.
Yeah, he's very.
We're losing Tim Toole, my neighbor.
Who
He's
did he get a job with? Do we know?
We can't say.
Oh, we're not allowed
we
to say
know who it is, but we can't say.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But yeah, Tim Toole, my neighbor. It's fucking out of here.
Happy anniversary.
When did you get to be so unabashedly romantic?
I think it's good luck. We return each year to the scene of the crime. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, I don't think so. No beverages on the premises. I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Hey, how you doing? Don't you remember me?
Yes, I do.
This is the girl.
Miss Carbon Copy.
Yes?
I see.
This was the guy helping me out.
If you're not going to purchase anything, please make room for paying customers.
We do. We want some gloves. Black cashmere gloves.
Oh, I'm sorry. That'll be the closing bell. Perhaps tomorrow?
Come on.
Store hours 10 to 7, except Sundays and holidays. When the discretion of the management or the possible exception of visiting dignitaries.
I really did. I love this movie. I love chick flicks. I thought the casting was really good.
Did you notice how musical this movie was?
Yeah, it's
so
very
much music.
Yeah, a lot of Louis Armstrong.
You mean at the beginning and at the end?
No. Well, I mean, it's a fucking lot.
It's a lot for one person to take.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
I have to apologize.
No, but
I think I had some sand in my vagina today.
Yeah, oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
I don't mean to be so negative.
I love that
Was it
you're
from sitting
like
on the beach and thinking.
I love that you're the Mr. Negativity now. Like, and
Oh, it
Rich is
stuck?
welcoming.
Did it stick?
No.
Yes.
You're still the fucking asshole.
Although I think I'm going to be a dick at Boogie Nights too.
Are you? Well, hold on. Let's not. Okay, so next week we'll be doing Boogie Nights.
I've never seen it.
Oh my God, it's going to be great. Guys, it is a really long movie.
It's not 3 hours. It's 2.5 hours.
But I liked it. I don't understand why this is a Christmas movie. I don't get that at all.
Set at Christmas.
No, it's not.
Die Hard is a Christmas movie. It's set
What?
at Christmas.
You say Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Everyone says.
I don't fucking
every
say
meme
that.
on the planet says
Yeah.
it's the
all
best
right,
Die
that's right.
Christmas movie
So
ever.
I really did like it though. Let's fucking check the mailbag.
Let's check the email box. Email us at jaredgoestothemovies@gmail.com.
Rod on James writes, I'm sure that Jaret gets tons of people telling him about what BFS music means to them, and I suppose this message is like to be taken in that way. I just wanted to say how grateful I am to have the opportunity to be involved in Jaret Goes to the Movies. Yes, I know I pay for the privilege, but that's not the point. I've been working for myself for a little while now, and whilst I have no regrets about leaving the corporate world, I have definitely missed being a part of a team. Getting involved in the podcast, albeit in the same way, has given me back the actual feeling of being a part of something, thankfully without the corporate BS. I've also gotten to know a pretty cool bunch of people in the Jaret Goes to the Movies community, remotely at least. Right, enough of the serious bullshit. I'm not even pissed. Pissed means drunk in the UK. It's only 1 in the afternoon. Keep doing what you do. Rodden, thank you so very much. And the thing is that it's been so cool to us to start this podcast a year ago. I give all the credit to Rich. And then to have the Patreon site and have you guys become friends of ours, and to talk to you guys on Skype, to have you involved in the show, to have you pick movies, things like that. It's been really kick fucking ass.
We need to also mention, because I had someone ask me, I guess we don't make it very clear on how people are able to do the 5 questions. I don't know if they think it's like we pick favorites or we have people that we like and we let them do it. No. So it's a reward for a level of support. So go to the JaretGoesToTheMovies.com website if you want to be on 5 questions and click on Be on the Show. There's a link in the far right column. It says Be on the Show. Click on that. If you do that level of reward, you can be on the show.
Yep. There you go. So it seems like we repeat a lot of people, but at the same time, these are the people that are buying us new gear and all that shit. So, man, we have new microphones now. We're going to video right after the first of the year.
Yikes.
And eventually...
I'm going to be a puppet.
Eventually, Casey will be a puppet. And my name is Jaret. Thank you, Rich, for being here tonight.
You're welcome.
How do you... Wait, what are you talking about right now?
I don't know. I wasn't sure how to respond to
I like your Boba Fett
Thank you for having me.
I like your Boba Fett shirt, though.
You
it's
like it?
really good.
Yeah, that's cool.
Boba Fett, but...
I know. He does... It's
Baba Fee.
He does it on purpose now.
Is it Baba Fee?
I don't do that. Love you guys. Hey, thank you so very much for listening to Jaret Goes to the Movies. We will see you down the road.